Let's just start. Okay, can you talk? Yeah, it's working. Oh, I think it's working. It's true. Let's see. Is the music too loud? Oh, you guys listen to your own stuff, though. I don't have that privilege. We're not? What do you mean we're not coming through stream? Fix it. Someone fix it. Is there any audio coming through stream? My voice is coming through, but nobody else is. But you guys are on. That's so weird. But why? Keep talking until I guess you guys hear something. I'm just gonna start clicking buttons.
So
how's that?
There he goes.
Is it working now?
Did we get it?
Yeah?
Yeah. There it goes.
Okay. Well, I fixed it, y'all. I did it.
Woo!
I won.
I believed in you the whole time.
I won the audio. I deserve a prize.
To the victor goes the spoils.
Yes.
Where there is a working microphone.
Where
There is
a working speaker.
I mean, emphatically not true, but
Yeah, right. Not a at all.
Yeah,
in fact, that's the pinnacle of issues.
You know, the Emperor is an idiot. Zara doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh man.
Weird way to say Acastus, but
Lamau.
It's true.
Maybe. No,
hello.
Yeah,
You're
welcome
not
back.
a robot.
Welcome back. Oh, we could hear you.
I'm not a robot.
What?
No.
While
His-
awesomely auto-tuned you sound, prefer your real voice.
His plan of becoming a Warforged has currently been halted.
For now.
For now.
now.
Excellent.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, something's going weird with my internet. I think the Russians are hacking me.
Probably.
Yeah,
They're aiming for the U.S., but missing.
Missed.
No, you think that they're going through Canada. They're going over the top.
Yeah.
No. They took a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Okay. All right, we all here. We're all gonna do stuff.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I can happen.
Sweet.
Mhm.
So a couple of small changes you will see to this beautiful UI. It's mostly just the main quests and such. So you'll see here that you should have, I'm pretty sure everyone should have access to these 3 tasks below. So Calder, Andromache, and Gaia. Gaia, why is yours not working?
I was just about to say I can see 2 of 3.
I don't know.
I forgot to actually open Foundry. I'm logging in right now.
Okay. What happened?
I'm logging in.
Do you know how much work I put into this? Did Foundry update?
At least 6.
Do you see 6? I'm sorry?
At least 6.
At least 6?
Ellie, I've had some small issues with the quest log module in the past. Little things like things not saving weirdly.
Okay. I will repopulate. Though, sorry about
Yeah, for
that.
now,
I will.
fuck Gaia. We don't need to help what she's doing,
Hey,
right,
shut up.
guys?
Yo.
She's.
I was very
whatever.
no. I'm the one who
Impressive.
put all this work into it. I would like to see my reward for putting all these things in, which is, oh cool, look, there's something here that I can follow.
So, are we supposed to see objectives in these pop-outs, or just the description?
Oh, can you see that?
Yeah.
I can see that now, yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, I will during the break repopulate yours for Gaia. Everyone had quests and objectives, so this is the next one. So you guys can play around with there, and that's kind of about it. Really, it's just the 3 main quests that you have assigned. That is the next portion, really, of the going into the Old Woods. Also that's the first thing here. The second one, the Old Woods is deviating a lot from the actual book itself. So there's going to be newish creatures. There's going to be like additional lore. It's again still going to be Greek-esque themed, though there is going to be again off-roading from the book. And so I still want to streamline you guys. There's going to be roles here for random encounters. There's going to be roles for weather, roles for if you get lost, things like that. As you navigate through, thankfully you have people who like a navigator-ish cartographer, so on and so forth.
And a ranger.
And a ranger, yes, very important in this. Whose favorite terrain is, I believe, forest.
Doesn't that mean we can't get lost unless it's magical fuckery?
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Did you know how many fae are in this forest?
At least 2.
You know how many forests are in this bay?
You know how many forests are in this bay?
Slaps Oldwood. You know how many fays you can fit in this bad boy?
Old. Some banshees, maybe? More like bansheesh?
Bansheesh? So just giving you a heads up that for those of you who have played this game before or have DM'd this game before, that the book may not help you as much. New things will lore will be able to be found here, new characters, all that fun stuff. I'm not going to lie, this might be depending on your roles and what you get, this could be a challenging arc, but hopefully it's also going to be balanced with some fun shenanigans and fun things that happen, because this is basically almost like a little mini Faerem. At least that's how I interpreted it.
The challenge is fun.
Okay, cool.
No.
Stop, Alex, the guy who nearly kills us every encounter. There's no easy fight in Alex's game.
Oh yeah.
And then okay, cool. So that is the third one. The third, sorry, that's the second one. The third one is, as you guys already know, and we have discussed over the past few weeks, is that we are going to be offboarding a Simi's character and onboarding a different character being played by Alex. So we're going to do a relatively quick like how that came about and so on and so forth, just to go along. I anticipate this to be a slightly shorter session. Never know, depends on what you guys roll. But with that,
Gorby, why are you so tiny in your camera?
It's like we just see like this, just his head like this.
This is one little tiny head.
Yeah. It's just a little Gorby.
Thank you.
Oh, perfect. Last session, just to a quick recap. Last session, you guys had finished the arc where you went through the Temple of Lutheria. You saved the kids. You found the bad guys. You tattletaled on the bad guys, thank goodness. And the temple is now seized, as that is said. So basically the conclusion to is you spoke with Queen Valis, who then said like, well, now that the temple is going to be cleansed in a sense, so that it will be under new management underneath the, because even in here, government and religion is technically supposed to be separate, even though a goddess literally runs the government in a sense in the city. But she will have another person who is of better repute, who is objective, and will be running the temple as they look for a permanent caretaker, or a permanent family caretaker, either one.
Not kidnapping kids.
Yeah, maybe without all the child sacrifice.
That has technically it's illegal and should not ever happen at all. But yeah, it'll be closely looked at. The most concerning is the underground waterway system, in a sense, where it's upon further investigation, a little bit of further investigation, as you guys did not pursue that line or that storyline, wound up going up into very close to the Temple of Sidon, and very close to also outside of the like Mithril mountain range on the western side of the mountain range, which means that there could have been another access point to get into the city via this particular system, basically.
So we're saying that Lutheria has a backdoor for Sidon.
I think she's always had a backdoor for Sidon. Anyway, what was I say? So that...
No.
They're siblings, it's fine.
Yeah. Blood thicker than water.
Because I love Jesus.
Thylea.
What are you doing, step bro?
Yeah.
What are you doing, step Sidon?
Good Lord. So the conclusion is that passageway, while they are going to thoroughly investigate, as there has been other offshoots that look like they were mined and may have led to other places, that they will go ahead and continue to investigate to see if there's any other backdoor entry points. So that was brought up. So that was very thankful to you guys. Oh God, you guys are again retorted almost ad nauseum, the heroes of Thylea, all that fun stuff. You guys, I'm just gonna put in there, you guys maybe took like a day to rest. It was ridiculous what you guys had gone through. So go ahead, and if you haven't already done a long rest, go ahead and do a long rest. I had already sent something to both Gaia and Andromache. There was a dream sequence that had occurred during your long rest where both of you were approached by the goddess of the hunt in your dreams. Or was it a dream? Not entirely sure. She's kind of stated-ish that she's just kind of manipulating some threads of dream / possibly a premonition, not entirely sure, and she's using that as a gateway to communicate with you two.
Breaker 99, this is the Huntress. Over.
So at the end, she did say that both of you were able to ask questions if you would like, regarding, I guess, whatever it is that you have questions on. If you have questions, if you have anything that you'd like to say on stream, that'd be great. If you feel like you would just want to post them in DMs, that is fine as well.
I don't think I have any audible questions.
Okay. All right. Two of you, both of you have gained 2 new features. They should appear in your features on your character sheet, with the stated names. So, when you're in battle and doing all this fun stuff, just remember that they are there to use at your disposal. Fun stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. And I believe that is the conclusion. You guys wake up the next morning, very bright and early. Asimi, there is a knock on your door. Well, bless you. I saw that entire story unfold. Oh, there, it's a second sequel. Wow.
Morning allergies, they're terrible this time of year.
Oh, good Lord. I lost my train of thought. Oh, Asimi. Yeah, sorry.
I lay in hay fever. Hay fever in the old woods.
She's allergic to the city. You receive a scroll, and when you open that scroll, you receive this news. Oh my goodness, it's it's another sequel, guys. It's a trilogy. A trilogy of sneezes. They always come in threes, don't they? Or is it pairs? And inside of that, you read some alarming. You receive some information of great importance that was sent to you by Queen Valis herself. Oh my god. And yeah.
I think Asimi will scroll. Kind of like, I think Asimi has his own room because, you know, it's Asimi.
You all have your own room.
Yeah. And I would start like going around, like banging, like do like not like you know, hard banging, but start like rapping on everybody's doors and get the group together.
All right. Calder was probably in the middle of like laying out and identifying everything we had found in that temple, since I know what they do because you were kind enough to reveal it all last time, but I don't think he would have actually identified it until he had rested, because it was like 3 a.m. when they got out of the temple.
It was like dawn and we sojourned at the beach.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
Yeah. It's probably like, not like we've probably been asleep for like barely any time. And it seems like, everybody, need to talk. Mythos, get up. Mythos.
It's not enough mythos.
I'd like to make an attack roll against the sleeping Mythos to wake him up. But once everybody's together, Simi still has this scroll in hand and been like tapping it, you know, one hand to the other. I've received a missive from Queen Valis. She's got a task for me. Just for me. Apparently there's, maybe the less you know about it, the better, but it has to do with my, you know, condition.
You have a lot of those. Could you be a little more specific?
Yeah, which condition?
Sure.
The
If you will shapeshift his head into Gaia's.
Alopecia?
And
Oh.
talking Gaia's voice. This condition. Swap back. There's some shapeshifters who are apparently seeking asylum or freedom from Lutheria, and the Queen needs a representative, and she's asked me to go. This is...
Well, right away.
When will you be back?
I don't know. It's few details. She's asked me to come talk to her about more details on this mission, but she has asked me to attend with my things, so I imagine I'll be leaving immediately.
Is this something you want to do?
Yes, it very much is. It's been my dream that the changelings could be freed from Lutheria's yoke, and it could be incredibly useful in the upcoming conflict. You guys haven't really gotten to see just how terribly dangerous a shapeshifter can be, a changeling can be, but it'd be very useful to have some others in our alliance. I think I'm going to go, if you'll allow it.
It is not our decision to make.
We can't stop you.
We swore an oath.
Sounds like a noble cause, and if you find it calls to you, then
you
I think no better path for you.
You agreed to an oath to stop the Titans, and from what I can tell, we've done that for each of them in this city alone. I don't think you'd be breaking any oath by filling a more duty-bound role.
Well, animals hate you, so take this. You're gonna need some rations here.
I'm not taking
Have a candle.
Arcos. You can't take me Arcos.
Arcos. You're gonna need this potion just to get Arcos to follow you. It's a.
Sure. And you know what? Here, Simi's
How do I
going to
send a player? I'll
be able to right-click it.
Yeah.
Though it might not go to me. Ellie might have to do it because I'm technically piloting my new
You
character.
suck.
Asimi will pull off the Amulet of Health. Where I'm going, jewelry like this can be a bit dangerous.
Also, I'll give you the potion of animal friendship. I'll take your pariah of hell.
It's a Amulet of Health, so it sets your constitution high. Parapet of Health is slightly different, right? I don't know. I can't remember. There's too many weird things.
Does it fit your health? Yes.
Yeah. And
a candle.
I've got candles.
And a ration.
I've got food.
The singular ration.
I'll give you...
You're not going to give me your trash, Mythos.
Give you a mess kit. Have a mess kit.
Yeah, here though. I'm going to keep all these other things. Maybe this spell book called Air. There might be some. I was just wanted to look through this before I passed it on to you. But here, take it. I don't know what's in the spell book yet. Calder. Ellie said she would tell us once we looked at it.
Yeah,
And
I'll figure that out later, I guess.
To Mythos, sure. Oh, this isn't this is a goodbye, but not a final goodbye. I'm sure we'll see you in a number of weeks, months.
Yeah.
I mean, it's terrible that I'm not going to get to go to the Old Woods with you. I was just...
I know you're so brokenhearted about that.
It's crazy,
Oh.
They called me Ranger Steve.
I think I'll hang on to the
back at
potion
the
of
Oracle.
animal friendship. We're going to the Old Woods.
Sure. I've got the wand of magic missile.
I don't want to get hungry.
I'm not taking your fucking food. But I do have something for you, Gaia. Been keeping a hold of this for a while now, waiting to try to find the right time to give this. And Simi will pull out just this smooth rock.
You're a rock! Asimi has my rock from my sheet. Asimi is sending you the rocks. Do you accept?
Nice.
All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to get out of here.
Hold on a sec. Just looking. My lamp isn't very good without that. I'll just take the candle back.
Asimi, before you go, Gaia will, step up and pluck a feather and just kind of hand it to him. Seems I've been giving these out to a few people. Figure that should keep up the charm. Look, all I ask is that at least just hold on to it till you're out of sight, okay? Like, you don't have to keep it.
It's weird, though.
Why?
Like, we don't... do you want some nose hair or something? Like, it's weird.
No, that's gross.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
No,
I've seen what you do to these. I've seen what you do to these feathers.
The difference between a nose hair and a... Do what you will with it.
Okay,
it is just my gesture of appreciation and acceptance. Giving you literally a part of me, so...
That's weird. Like
I would
memory,
disagree.
the companionship.
What if you get old and forget things?
I'll need some eyelashes.
No.
Hang on a second. I'm gonna need an athletics or acrobatics from Asimi, whatever's higher.
he fails. Yeah, he fails.
He does. Mythos will give him a big hug.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going for a noogie for sure.
Oh yeah, I thought you were gonna full on noogie him.
It's a big hug.
Chili tapped out.
How long does someone need to have blood restricted from the brain to pass out?
What kind of damage do I roll for Noogie?
Well, without the amulet of health, he
Yeah.
can hold his breath for 1 minute.
Oh,
All right.
shit.
I mean, see me, will you know? Hug everyone. All right. The queen told me to meet her. I'll be safe. You'll be safe too.
Take care. Let us know how it goes.
And since you guys are a bunch of idiots about it, sometimes don't trust strangers so quickly. Sometimes I swear I'm the only one who gives people this. It's fine.
Oh, I don't know. That's
See me,
incredibly
be a
hard
stranger,
position.
or don't. Apparently, we'll trust you anyways.
Be
I'm
safe.
Aaron. Ethan. Goodbye, Asumi. It's been, an adventure.
Well, yeah,
1 week says you look to be.
a few weeks, then I'll be back
Shut up.
or something. I don't know. That's just a guess.
Indeed. Be safe.
I'll make sure to if I can get a message to you all once I know more. Once I can.
I'd say we do the same, but we have no idea where you're going, so this is
kind of
entirely on you.
Right.
No pressure.
I've showed you on a map a number of times where
Sure.
the accolades will be.
Of course. I've always been a fan of the dramatics, so darkness spell. And Simi will leave.
Calder just watches you walk out of his 10 feet of line sight.
Just watching him go like, ooh.
Then Simi will head out. Meet with the queen. And exit
Oh,
stage
you
right.
see me.
So, real quick, who is next in line for the actual amulet? I'm at 16 Constitution, so
I think
feel-
Alex may have dumped his Constitution stat on his other character for
Didn't
this.
dump it. No.
I think
He's
the
a
rest of us
wizard.
all have
He's a
decent
wizard.
Constitution.
Yeah, Gaia, Andromeda, and Calder all have 14, I want to say.
I think I get so I would adjust my hit points based on what my Constitution goes up to.
Yeah,
You
you
get
gain
six.
6
a modifier
HP.
change.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets 6 HP. It's not a whole lot.
No, especially when you already have like 70 something,
72.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy with 78, but I think it's been handy having other people stay alive. So
Honestly, like, in the moment when Asimi leaves, Calder's vote would probably be Andromache, because you're a lot of our damage, and in the few fights that have started to go south, it's generally been something's hit you really hard.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
however, this amulet is the male sign, the arrow in the circle. So it's
What?
completely anti-Amazon.
Well, now.
No, absolutely not. Yeah. Yeah, hand that off to Andromache.
Sure,
It wasn't
I'll take it.
originally on Andromache?
It was on Calder, I
I was
think.
on call there for a while.
Okay. And then Calder turned into a giant tree, and we were like,
Yeah,
doesn't
then we
need
got
that
an
amulet
armor
anymore.
and
And
Yeah.
I think Asimi and Calder swapped intelligence and constitution or something.
oh yeah, I can take it.
Good.
Will it automatically adjust my health?
There goes Asimi's 1,400 gold.
I think
It will not. No.
Oh, really? I can change.
You can add. You can make an effect that sets your constitution to 19, though.
So it's basically
But
going to
it
be 2
won't.
per level that I am?
Yeah.
Yep,
So I'm going to get
12 HP.
12 HP. Thank you.
Very nice. What does that put you to?
Math is hard. 57.
57.
Nice.
What's Calder at?
55, because I rolled a 2 on it.
Did Gaia go tough? I can't remember.
Yes.
So Gaia's at like
Gaia's a
50
tough
something?
little cookie. Mythos has been saying for
58.
58.
months now, Gaia rips shit up. Every time somebody's like, oh, Gaia this, Gaia's like, oh, she'll get you. You in there with them daggers all the time?
I'm
All right.
not seeing it.
I have not sent it. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm an
All good, all
idiot. I just thought it would happen on its own.
So it didn't adjust my constitution on my character sheet. Is it supposed to?
I'll should send you a screenshot of an effect you can make
Yeah, I was
under
just,
your effects.
yeah,
Are you doing that?
I was going to do that once it moved over. So, is it?
Well, for now it's moved over. Yeah, so
Yeah, I can do it during break.
yeah. I'll say we can do it later. I've
Yeah.
adjusted my health.
Yeah. Okay. So all the trades have been traded.
I think so. Apparently, I'm concentrating on something.
It's probably a holdover from our last combat.
Probably. I can remove that. Concentrating on none. Okay.
But I have the concentrating effect and I have the in combat effect. But that doesn't really matter. We can move them.
Concentrating on
Andromeda.
being in combat
Yeah.
while we're out of combat.
Yeah, Andromeda.
I mean, that checks out for Andromeda.
Andromeda is always in combat.
Okay, let's go ahead and move. Let's move forward a bit here. So with the departure, if you guys see a Simi, the darkness spell fades away after a particular amount of time, and you're like, "What the fuck? Why?"
I'll hit the
go
spell
away.
after it left.
Sure, yeah. And I believe you guys were making your way to the docks, correct? To look for the dropped egg.
Well, yeah, if we can like speed through and black pearls. So I don't know if anybody knows this, but the way that they get black pearls is there would be a spot that they already go to, and they would dive for oysters, open them with a knife, and if there's a pearl in there, you take it, and if there's not, you stick a piece of barbiturate in there, which will become a pearl, right? And so they've been doing this since the Bronze Age. So, like, they know how to make pearls and shit. So I was just thinking it could be like a thing. We just go out on a raft and just start diving for pearls while we're looking for the egg, maybe?
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and just head you guys down, if that's okay.
You got a map for us? Okay.
I do have a map. So you guys go down to the dock. It is a beautiful day. It is still hot outside. Sidon is unrelenting at this point of the heat wave. It's just hot in summer. That's basically what this is. Excuse me. As you guys go down, you pass a lot of people, and they are just looking at you guys. They are like enamored. They are being like, "Thank you." There's people coming up and trying to just stuff you with like flowers, with food, things as you are making your way out of the noble district, in the sense like the university district and the royal district. As you guys make your way down to the docks. While the sailors are like, yes, heroes of Thylea, this is probably the most well-traversed area in the entire city. These are sailors that come in and out of port, that they leave a lot, and they come back. So there's new stories every single day, and some people who have just made berth, I think that's what it is, are like hearing all these tales of these crazy people with these wild ass descriptions that they're like, that's not true type of deal. And then you guys come through, and then you start being pointed at, and there's people who are like, I don't know about that, but then others are like, holy shit, as you four walk down to the docks. At the docks, you do see one particular short, slight female who is chatting with heatedly discussing or chatting with some sailors, as she is maybe looking for something, requesting something, not entirely sure, but they look at her as like incredulously, to like, she's like, they're like, haha, short mushkin, and like kind of being like pushing her aside a bit, just not taking her seriously as they kind of go about their day. Or when someone is serious, they're like, no, you know what, I have to take care of my fish and stuff like that. But you are at the docks, and
She might, having heard somebody say, I need to take care of my fish, she'll say, there's a dragon egg down there. Fish, little, no money. dragon egg, big money.
Uh-oh.
I think everyone, well, Andromeda at least just like looks to Mythos, just like out of the side of her eyes.
Oh, I didn't tell anybody.
Well, how do people know about the dragon egg? How do you
can
know
they
about
see
the
me?
dragon egg? Okay. Did you say see me?
Yeah. Damn it, Ashimi.
Been gone for 30 minutes. You already fucking shut up. Okay, well, what do we do then? What is the game plan here?
Sorry, I was very, very mildly distracted. I said the wrong word about what they put into an oyster to make pearl. I've been looking the right word. I can't find it. I don't. It's an irritant. They put a piece of sand in there. I can't remember. But anyway, so this one person who's like looking to get passage out to go look for a dragon egg. That's
It
what we
seems like
stumbled
they're
across?
like kind of in charge a little bit.
Okay, grab her face.
What?
No, sorry, we're not in the temple anymore. No, do we interject? I'd maybe nudge Gaia.
I mean, yeah, sure we could. We could just walk up and ask about it.
I mean, because like that's our dragon egg, right? We have a claim.
Do we?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, it was Arcos who brought it. He's part of the crew, so makes it
Well,
ours.
At this point, have I
Don't bring
noticed
it,
the heroes of Thylea in the harbor?
Just mumbling to each other, staring at her.
Yeah.
They're
Tried to bring it.
First off, with all the hubbub of them actually coming in, I would say yes, they're relatively easy to spot. There's a lot, there's a lot of people pointing, a lot of rumors that have been going back and forth. You have been in the city not too long, just during the time of where there was that huge storm that was going about. You've never really seen them yourself, so they're here, and yeah, you would see them.
Yeah, while they're like talking to each other, trying to figure out what's going on, I think this woman, yeah, she's like a little under 5.5 feet, but some of that's from like these like 3-foot tall platform shoes that she's wearing.
3 foot
Or
tall?
3-inch tall. Sorry, 3-inch tall. That would be a bit ridiculous.
Like,
This
wow,
is
you,
5 feet tall.
you went
Yeah.
I
with the
legit
no.
love her walking on stilts. Come on, that's awesome.
She's in like this like blue robe over a darker blue dress, and she'll start like marching up. Wait, you're get out of my way! Get out of my way! And she'll just like shove a sailor to the side who was like trying to pass in front of her. You're the heroes, right? You do things for money.
No, we're heroes. We do things to save everybody.
Okay, I have a problem.
But I mean, if
And-
you have money,
Same.
Everybody around here, they're idiots. Idiots. The fishermen, they're idiots. There's a reason they're fishermen. That's all I can assume. I need help retrieving something from inside the harbor, from at the bottom of the water.
Well, it's very convenient because we came here looking for an item as well. Maybe if we see yours on the way, we'll grab it.
It's remarkably incredible. It's a fairly large egg sort of thing
Okay.
that I saw that I dropped. I dropped it.
Could it be? And I turn to Mythos and I like
She's
gesture to give
obviously,
me
like-
to give like Arcos, like give me Arcos, give me Arcos. So
Motherfucker.
So I
Arcos
turn
comes
around-
out,
I
Arcos
turn
comes
around
out,
with
it's like,
Arc-
"Meh."
I turn around with Arcos, like, could it be an egg that maybe, I don't know, something like this was carrying across the ocean when he was attacked by Sidon, perhaps?
Attacked by
There's no way it's the same thing, right?
this is your pseudo dragon. This pseudo dragon is your
well,
relation.
A
Arcos-
pivotal
he-
part of the team, yes.
Arcos
He's one of
strikes a pose.
he's one of the heroes. Of
I
Dragon.
I see. You know, remarkably, nobody in Astoria mentioned that the heroes of Tylea have a pseudo. My mistake.
Really? He's quite famous.
Nobody mentioned them even once. They're.
His name is Asimi.
I thought that doesn't see me like a. We're
Nope.
getting off track. Well, this is interesting. I thought this egg was perhaps bound for more dubious places, but you're the heroes of Tylea, and I've been following you all for a while now. She'll just like stick out a
Mhm.
hand to Gaia. I've been
I'll-
looking to meet with you.
Shuffle Arcos to the other arm and reciprocate the handshake.
Well,
My name's
Strikes
Suspiria.
another
Asimi
pose
told
on
us
the
not
other
to trust
side.
strangers.
yeah, I was recently told not to trust you,
Me specifically?
Ranger.
I mean, no,
that's good enough for me.
that's reasonable. But I've actually
you-
come from the
I'm-
Oracle.
You've been following
Percy?
us,
Loosely following, yes.
and you hadn't picked
Versi,
up on the
yes.
pseudo dragon.
I haven't been spying on you from afar. I think I got to the city ahead of you all and have been dealing with things.
Claiming other objects that belong to people
Maybe.
for money.
What's it to you?
How did you learn about the egg in the harbor in the
You
first
know,
place?
it's a funny story. I saw it. I saw it happen.
Insight check.
That's a super funny story. I witnessed it.
I was a witness to a hit and run.
16.
I mean, it's possible she's telling the truth. Like, she doesn't seem like she's like openly lying, I guess,
So,
but it's possible.
so just to clear the air, you said saw?
I did during the storm. I was out here on the docks, just kind of taking in the sights of this city. It's rather splendid for for the second best, greatest city in the world. Nice. I like it.
And saw was the right word, correct? You didn't mean
did.
to say caused, happened upon to do, direct influence.
Assaulted.
Yes, me, little old me, I called down in a storm, the most powerful storm in centuries, all to assault your pseudo dragon. No, I saw it. I was just
So
hanging out on the docks.
All right.
The store. Hmm.
You witnessed my friend Arcos here as he heroically battled
Asimi.
Sidon.
Your heroic friend Asimi battled the storm, remember?
Right. Yes. And defeated Sidon
Now-
single-handedly with one claw tied behind his little wee back.
Now I know Asimi was a different member. He's not here, but I talked to the Oracle. She told me to find you all. She told me that I'm going to become the next Dragonlord. Which is why I saw Dragon Egg. I thought this was related.
I'll turn around to the group like, this is a really bad time to lose our spokesman for the Oracle. Can you...
No.
How did... Okay.
But if
What's
this
it-
is if this is your egg though, I'm not a thief. I'm not going to try to take it. Well, I mean, I'm not going to try to take it from the heroes of Tylea. I could maybe. How are you all going to get to it? It's out in the middle of the water, and none of you all are fish.
I'm an amazing diver.
It's possible. Okay.
You know
Pups
that
are excellent
meme?
finders.
You know that meme of Pulp Fiction where he's like in the suit, just like looking around, like
Yeah, yeah.
Looking at
Calder's
my
doing the
wings.
exact same thing because he knows how long sirens can hold their breath.
I have no idea how we'll get to the bottom of the ocean in under 59 minutes.
Oh.
Oh, wonderful.
I mean, and if you have enough cheese, I'm I'm almost certain Arcos could find another egg.
No.
He's an incredibly crafty member of our team.
Apparently. Well, let's get this egg back. Come on, I've got a little boat that we could...
Yeah.
I rented for the afternoon.
Sure. Wait, hold on. Let me just.
Mythos like kind of narrows his eyes at her. He
Yeah,
kind of steps up a second, he looming over her, kind of giving her the once over, you know.
She just kind of...
And he says, I have a highly developed sense of intuition. Nobody gets anything past me, and I can look at you and know in an instant that if you betrayed us, I could kill you with one paw.
That's great, buddy. And she'll just kind of reach up a hand to like kind of pat him on the cheek. That's great. That's a very intimidating story, and I'm sure everybody
Don't pat.
quivers and
Just
it
scratch
shakes.
right lower.
I'm not going to
by the
scratch.
jaw, right under the jaw, and scratch.
Petting does nothing. The mane's too thick. You need to get it with nail.
You have to scratch.
Yeah, you gotta wait till the legs start stomping.
Yeah. So I think it's pretty clear Mythos is being rather jovial about it. Like he's yeah.
So, and Hesperia will look back to Gaia. You've got the means to I could help you allow you all to breathe water, perhaps. But if you've got that covered, then that's not an issue.
It's more of a me thing. I don't like breathing water. It doesn't feel good, so
Now,
to speak.
I will perhaps remind everybody here that the Lord of Storms and Master of the Water is somewhat angry at you all, and adventuring alone to the bottom of Dark Harbor might be dangerous.
Is that what this place is called? Dark Harbor? I'll turn around to look to the group. Like, is that the actual name?
I think it's
Like
called-
you could see the now visible concern. Like, wait, it's called Dark Harbor.
It's not called Dark Harbor. It's not called Dark
It's the
Harbor.
dark pools.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Oh,
worse.
shit.
That doesn't make it
That's
any
very
better.
much worse.
Oh.
Oh, much worse.
It's
I didn't even know
It's
that.
fine. It's fine.
Thank you,
It's
you,
just-
Mr. Sailor.
It's just the
okay.
pools where all the evil of mankind is coalesced at the bottom of the ocean where it does nobody any harm.
Mythos, you know.
At least that's what the kids always said.
So so the dark.
Why did
pools-
somebody build a city next to this?
No, that's not okay, guys. Hold up, you guys are funny. So you guys would know if you've been here long enough. The dark pools, are actually it's just the color of the water is just very, like this deep, almost like somewhat purple blue type of color, because of the rock mineral that it is, that it's like comes upon, and it's only in that particular side of the water, and they're called pools because they're tide pools, so they just call them the dark pools.
That's not good. I can't see in the dark.
That and all the monsters.
I can help with that as well. Well-
This I'll move you guys over since you guys are there.
But I think I have a nice rock that can help me with seeing in the dark. So I think it should be good there. Yeah, but just Hesperia, was it?
Hesperia Valenrose, yes.
Oh,
Ooh, fancy. Two names.
full name.
Ready, what?
Valenrose.
How
Oh my
long
God,
does
someone
your-
actually has a family name other than me? It's a miracle.
Wait, do none of you all have...
You have two names as well, Calder.
What?
No, I'm just Mythos. Gaia, Andromache, Arcos, Asimi.
Yeah, generally speaking, your lineage is
Well,
deducted
Arcos
by
Asimi, right? That's his full name.
feathers in my tribe.
This is a very strange joke. What?
Mythos'
Sorry?
charisma
Gaia?
and wisdom and intelligence is so low, he's the worst liar.
Well, here, if you're going to get down into the water to swim about and find the egg, here, come here. No, come back here. Well, you don't need it. Maybe you don't need it. Here, everybody.
How long does it last?
About an hour as well. Wait, no, doesn't it last longer? Shit.
24
at-
hours, if it's what I'm thinking.
It's 24 hours. It will last all day.
You know, it's uncanny. You sound a lot like somebody I know.
Now you're just a body that I used to know.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'm not really sure.
Yes.
Is this another Arcos thing situation?
No, that's yeah.
I'm gonna assume we had planned we're gonna go diving, right? So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
we're not like suited up per se in our
I would
like
assume that you guys. I don't know. It's
like in full armor. I guess I'm saying that probably not in full armor, right?
Well, Mythos is in a bathing
Full
suit.
armor.
Yeah. So
For
I
the
think I think
visual.
if she water breathings us, she might like elbow Guy and said, "Race you to the bottom," and start
Wait,
running
I have to cast this spell
Oh, I
first.
thought Rita did. She like
It'll take
slides
a-
to a stop.
Take a little bit of time. This method of ritually casting takes a bit longer, but is less draining. Here, everybody, take one of these straws. Put it in your mouth.
straws. Oh my god.
Spell component.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we don't need the spell component.
Yeah, you do. You don't know
Yeah.
how her spells work.
She's being an ass.
No. Seriously. And she'll so yeah, she's got this robe and like there's no pockets on the outside, but you can tell there's like some bulky stuff along her. She doesn't have a weapon or anything, but she'll pull out what is obviously a spell book. Gather around if you want my help. I mean,
I think we're
I'm
gathered
helping
around.
you. There's no option.
Gaia will take a straw.
Put this in your mouth. Don't talk for 10 minutes.
You
Calder-
see a bead of sweat start rolling down Gaia's forehead.
Yeah. Hey,
And
Mythos
He's like
Darkos-
looking at Calder and is like,
Darkos looks at
"She
Mythos.
crazy?"
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, Calder is sitting there. I'm actually proficient in Arcana, but I just gave away the headband of being smart, so I'd like to
Oh,
see if I
no.
can actually
Sure.
recognize what she's doing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, who's got the circlet now?
I do. I am not attuned to it.
I could really use some intelligence.
I think Guy
No.
could use some intelligence, too.
9.
I think we both dumped intelligence. Yeah.
So I mean, you know spell components, and you know like the basics is like, oh, this is her spell component and how she flavors how things are. Then okay.
Can I also do a check, actually?
Yeah, that's fine. Is this like an Arcana check, or are you guys trying to do like an insight?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do like an Arcana. It's like, wait, do I actually need to hold it in my mouth? Or are we just like...
I think she
thank
might be pulling a fast one or trying to.
and
Abracadabra.
Drumkey stucks the straw behind her ear and just
As
hangs
long as you just put it in when the spell completes, really, that's all that matters. I could give you warning. It's easier to, read the full spell if it's, you guys aren't chatting away, but that's fine. But it does need to be in your
straw in her
mouth.
mouth and starts blowing air at her.
Okay.
How is somebody?
Of course, it probably
Anyway.
doesn't actually affect you because it's like, 2 feet below you. So it's like, she's just gesturing, blowing air.
Be polite. And yeah, she'll begin the 10-minute process of ritually casting water breathing.
Okay. So after messing around a little bit with each other, some a little bit more than others, you guys have water breathing, and who decides that they're going to go
Right.
first?
But I will say, only the people who have the spell, the straw in their mouth at the end, get water breathing.
Okay.
Oh, and Drumkey's still blowing air.
Yeah. So the straw though.
Mythos
So,
was like talking at the end, like he was just talking away.
yeah, at the end, she'll
Doesn't
like
realize
put
the spell is-
the straw, and even Hesperia will stick one in her mouth. Just the spell ends, the straw just like dissolves into water as she releases the spell.
What was that? What did you put in my mouth?
Swallow it.
No.
Tastes like salt water and stuff. Alright.
Max.
What?
I own part of you now. What do you want me to say? Like, this is the spell. I told you what the spell was. The halfling was looking over my shoulder half the time.
Guy just dives into the water.
Okay.
Yeah, Andromache like leaps after her.
Ah,
All right, do we have swan dives? We have belly
Oh,
flops. We have
it is a majestic swan dive. I hope.
so Hesperia's like in her like wizard gear. She's not dressed to go out. She'll just kind of try to find a way to wade in,
yeah, I mean, like,
dip behind.
sure. So I'm assuming there's like a pile of armor somewhere. Is anyone watching the armor, or are you all going out?
No,
That's why I figured we.
Mythos didn't bring his.
Yeah, we didn't
Stuff back
come
at the
all suited
palace.
up.
Okay, just making sure. So yeah, so you guys, whoever's gonna go out, you guys go out. The water is cold.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Mythos is wearing his armor because it's cursed.
Oh, you can't take it off.
Yeah.
That extra sinking power.
Guy will also be wearing it. She's
Uh,
a natural swimmer.
Calder will be wearing it because a breastplate doesn't hinder your movement that much.
Okay.
Andromache's not wearing armor.
No problem. No problem.
She thinks it's a swim day.
It's a swim day. Perfect. So you guys continue out. Maybe some of you are racing. Maybe some of you you're not entirely sure. Arcos. So are you going in the water? Just want to make sure I have that correct. You are going in the water, Mythos.
I thought we had a little boat.
I was just kind of flavoring that off the cuff. She might have been fibbing, depending on what works best.
Would you like to rent a boat or ask
Yeah,
for a
or
little
like
boat?
a little raft.
Yeah, I think Hesperia will like go to the end of the dock and be like, "I swear, I just left the boat right here. Where'd my boat go?"
Mythos, you you look over and you just, I guess, so are you, who's going to ask for a boat? I just want to make sure I'm giving this correct.
Well, I get probably Mythos then. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so Aspera, you guys are kind of getting the sense that this chick is like, not sure. Trying to impress you guys maybe a little bit, not entirely sure. Mythos, you're like, you find the nearest worker and you ask for a raft, and they do provide you a small little dinghy, usually just for easy fishing, just for almost like leisure. So you do acquire a raft.
Yeah.
And you lease it for however long you need it.
Okay. Well, that's like, I don't know. We've all been to the lake, right? How they have the like raft out anchored in the middle of the lake. Everybody like jumps off of it and sunbathe on it. No, nobody.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it before, but I'm not an outdoors person myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what we're doing. We're just gonna like take the raft out there, and just be like swimming. We probably wouldn't be out of sight of the shore at any time, but just far enough away from the shore to get like good diving in.
Okay.
Swallowed by the abyss.
No problem.
So we're going out there. After we have water breathing on us and such. Sperry will kind of, she's pretty much acting like she's just already part of the crew, right? Like, which is like, she seems very like, like, yep, I'm here now. She might try to lean in and get like close to like talk to Arcos.
You really did disappear in the abyss.
Right.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah, Gaia's like dolphin hopping through the water, right? Like,
Sorry.
like
Sorry,
in the
you went
water,
into the
out
black?
and just gliding.
On my screen, as soon as you went into the black, your token disappeared, and I was like, "Oh, where's she gone?"
There she go. Yeah, so you guys, you paddle out, and again, the water right now is fairly calm. You're not too far from the shore. You bypass these pools. They're filled with water. You can see like little coral, sea anemone, things like that. Plenty of fish. You also see old remnants of structures or little shipwrecks, things like that, within the water. It's still far. It's a far out, but to your like screen left, you can make out the partially the partially not reholstered. I forgot the name of the ship. The ship that is also that was renovated to be that was renovated to be a dining area, a diner. Excuse me. So that's over there, and so this is the dark pools, as they call it, and the water is absolutely definitely different. It's almost as if if you guys ever seen the difference in salinity between the Pacific and the Atlantic, it's basically like that. It's an entire just line where it's dark. It's just a different color. When you look underneath, it's not reduced visibility or anything like that. It's just or I shouldn't say that. It's a little bit harder to see, but it's not like a huge disadvantage on visibility. So as you look down, you can see these deep scars. It looks like maybe something had gouged an area out or clawed something. You're like, what the hell was this? Ruins from ancient past. There are shipwrecks all over the place. You see these enormous rings in the water from you don't know what at all. It could you I guess
Aliens.
You can't aliens. But you can tell that not anything really grows on the actual rings themselves. They like grow over it or something like that. Excuse me. Just like refuse that people just throw in the ocean because people do that. But yeah, you guys continue out. And Arcos.
Do we see any like dangerous animals or anything like that? Like sharks?
No, not this close.
Like
it's too
that.
close.
Okay.
Too close to the city. It's too busy in this particular harbor. So nothing at this point in time. You don't see anything. You're actually, as you go out, you're not like far. You know what I mean? You're not like far out in the ocean. You can still, in 10 minutes time, make your way back to the shore, so on, something like that, the dock. Arcos continuously provides you imagery of approximately where the egg dropped, and even like does these little chirps and calculations because he's Mr. Smarty Pants, or thinks he's Mr. Smarty Pants, of like, well, the wind velocity was this, and so it probably moved over here, and when it probably touched the water, or the ocean currents were so and so. So you'll probably find it in somewhat XYZ area, and the picture that you get is not like a pinpoint. It's just the basic bay. It's just the area that you guys are in.
Sperry is maybe doing the same, but out loud to everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the egg drop. I think it was somewhere out in this area up ahead, kind of. But it was so stormy, it could have, fallen pretty far while it was descending. How deep is the water out here? Does anybody know?
So it went from about 50 feet down to 250. So you can still see. There is still depth. You can still see down there. If you get like too further out, that's when it starts to drop down to the 300 to 500 feet. But that's if you go another, 5 minutes out to sea or so, which might be a little too far. So in this particular area, if you guys, or who would like to spearhead a little bit, are you on the boat, or are you actually doing the cool dolphin thing, Gaia?
Yeah, I mean, she can spearhead it. I don't mind doing that. She's just kind of like, doing her own thing, just hopping, like, skip across the water like a dolphin. So I'm totally down for deep sea diving.
Cool. I think it's probably the first time you all are seeing Gaia in actually her original, genetically wise, her natural element, which was water, as sirens were originally.
Oh yeah,
mer people.
She's just living it. Twirls, jumps, flips, and shit. Like her jump on the water, like that really old like 1980s like Looney Tune dive where they jump in the air and they kind of stop, do a couple flips into like a pencil dive, and then just drop. Like it's super, super over the top. And she's just loving life.
And you can also.
I think. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say you can also see that the wings and how they fold. It folds in a particular way where they overlap each other on her back. Is he okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, he looks fine.
the funny bone. The
Oh, it
wings.
wasn't-
Sorry.
Sorry. No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that looked painful. The wings, how they fold over, they look like it's like water on a duck's back. They don't look like they're dragging down. It's almost like aquadynamic, aerodynamic, aquadynamic, things like that. And it just sort of allows even more fluidity to and less resistance in the water. So she's very fast.
And I think once we get out to the deeper part, Calder would probably just do that thing where he takes a minute, lets himself fall backwards out of the boat and into the water, and like just 5 or 6 seconds lets himself sink, and then start swimming. And for someone who was born and raised in like a forest, he's a very good swimmer.
Do you have swim speed?
I don't, but
Okay, I was gonna say, please don't be faster than me because I don't have swim speed.
no,
either.
he doesn't have swim speed, but he's spent a lot of time by the coast recently.
So Hesperia has a swim speed of 60 feet, so she she doesn't.
So
Does my newfound speed apply to my swim speed?
ooh, I think swim speed is different.
Technically, indirectly, yes, because if you don't
Okay.
have swim speed, you're half your total movement.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
But if you have a swim speed of 30 feet and your walking speed increases by 5 feet, then it would not increase. Like if it
Yeah.
specifically says your walking speed.
Yeah.
Mythos grew up in like a famous port city, so you know he spent most of his days swimming.
Okay.
Yeah, Andromeda actually also suddenly has swim speed too.
I think honestly, if most of you guys, this is a freaking island, y'all. So
She grew up on an island, so you can make
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, yeah.
yeah, I
I
would
think
say
swimming
everyone
is a
would
pretty
have
big thing here.
I would agree. I would say everyone, especially you guys, are all trained, so you would have had to have various degrees of, unless you guys are afraid of water. I don't mind. Yes, I would say everyone would have a swim speed. Exactly had what Onslow said. So we'll go ahead and use that. If you want to edit your sheets and put that in, feel free.
Well, that's like the normal. Like is
Yeah.
it's half your move speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll use that. I will give like certain advantage / disadvantage. So if those of you who are armored, like Mythos, you're armored, and that's like it can be a little weighty. So you can sink easier, but you may have to do a little bit more to get up back to the surface.
Oh no, you might have to pass an athletics check.
It's
However will you do
it's not
it?
terrible. I mean, you can walk back up if you need to, and you can just look at the coral and get a little, I don't know, something and put in your hair. It'd be super pretty. Okay, so those of you who are diving, could you please make perception checks? And if you would
Is
like
anybody not diving? Okay.
Choice?
Hesperia is.
I think
Hesperia's
we're all
not a
going
great
in.
swimmer, but will do it. Like she knows how to swim. Perception. Ooh.
Very
Oh wait, no,
nice.
that was Mythos' roll. Shit.
You are on private roll.
Oh, I am.
I can reveal. That's not a big deal.
No, I'll just go ahead and re-roll it. It's fine. That's one higher. I actually rolled a 9.
Okay. All right. So there are aerial views as you guys kind of like. How are you guys searching? Are you kind of breaking and searching about, or are you searching as a unit?
I'm gonna use one of my charges for the gem of brightness for the first one, just to get a 30-foot radius bright light in my hand as I'm swimming. Just kind of have that like mermaid pattern while with both hands in the front, like use it as almost like a headlight. So just swim across the bottom of the ocean looking.
It doesn't look like the first one uses a charge.
Oh, perfect.
What color would you like it to be?
Oh, just a warm, light color. Easy to see things and contrast the dark blue, so I can see the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, okay. I think red is something that you can view. I think it's red. Sorry,
Um,
I'm getting too much. Oh, sorry. Yes, that's fine.
red would make it very challenging because everything would look the same. So I'm just gonna do a soft, warm white.
Okay. Soft, warm light can be done.
Here. Asperia will send out 3 smaller, dimmer globes of light to kind of swirl around at the edge of the party. Maybe she'll call out once people are down there. But try not to swim too far away in case there's a fight that breaks out or something. Still trying to get her voice.
Okay.
Anybody have any practice doing this?
Diving or looking for dragon eggs specifically?
I mean, I will say, I've watched people diving on like a lake bed before, and they did it in a line, but I mean, it was a much smaller radius.
I mean, I've been swimming and diving under the water in the ocean before, but
I guess the other thing though is, of course, we can just stay down here. Never mind, we can just start looking around.
Okay.
Yeah, and grab that oyster there. Check it like this. Take a knife. He pops one open. look.
You shuck it.
Yeah, just check them as
Eat
you
it
go.
raw.
Isn't it?
I need black ones.
These probably belong to somebody. She says as she's like
The
trying
ocean?
to pry one up.
Duh.
Merchants? Won't somebody be very upset if they find out you're doing this? But she's like doing it too.
Okay.
Were we
No,
breaking
that's
the
her, I don't
law?
know.
She like goes to help pry open oyster.
What a rebel I am.
No, that is very much the like attitude.
I dig it. That's fucking funny. Yeah.
That is really good.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think Andromache would just like try to stay close-ish to Gaia to use the light, but otherwise try to help her scan an area.
Yeah, underwater I am no faster than you. That's just the skipping across the surface is where the speed
Mate.
comes in.
But I mean,
Hey.
I'm faster than you. Oh, hi.
Mythos, he's the one who lost it. Make him find it.
Well, he rolled an 18.
He's looking.
Yeah, so let's get to this. I just wanted to get the effect because I think effects are cool. Okay, so Andromache, you kind of look around and you're like, oh, hey, there's an oyster, as Mythosa said it. So you kind of are looking around, trying to see things. You see a lot of things aside from kind of what you're looking for. You kind of get the idea like, oh, a dragon egg, how big is it? What color is it supposed to be? So on and so forth. Kind of just like keeping your eyes peeled. Calder and Mythos. Hold on, where
I like
is
because
Gaia's?
Arcos rolled so low. I like to think that he's like, we like shuck a clam, check it for a pearl. Oh, there's no pearl. Toss it aside. He's like there eating the muscle out of it. He's like, nom, 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 nom.
Yeah, 16.
He's a ravenous little bastard.
Cheese and oysters. Whoa, wow, such a high class little guy. So 16. Yeah, that's good. So as you guys continue moving forward, the light from Gaia's gem of brightness is extremely helpful in this particular case. You do see reflections as the water, as you guys are in water, and the motion of the waves and what it does in water, what it does to the basically the plants that are down there, as seaweed or kelp and all that fun stuff that is in the water that creeps me out. As they wave and go back and forth, you can see little glints here and there, and you kind of look over and you're like, no, that's not what you're looking for. You kind of have an idea of what you're looking for. Especially you, Hesperia, and actually, what did you get?
I got a 9.
Oh, a 9. Sorry, an 11. So, you kind of have an idea of what you're looking for. You're like, it's an egg. You kind of saw it, but you're not like having any luck down here. But Mythos, you know exactly what you're looking for. You know, from the telepathic communication with Arcos, what you're looking for, the shape, the size, the how shiny it is, so on and so forth. And you're like, no, it would be much shinier than that. That's not it. That's too. What is that? That's nothing. And you see something a little bit closer, a little bit on the outskirts of Gaia's light, but there's a little bit of a reflection around here in this area, close to this like little precipice. And as you guys move forward in that area, we'll just use what you guys have, if that's okay, to speed things along. You do see that nestled in some thick kelp is something that looks like crystalline. And Mythos, you pick it up, and you see this egg. It is a little bit different in color than what Arcos had projected to you. It kind of looks like it's mold.
Set up, not it. Toss it aside.
Basically, not it. It's definitely different. It looks. It's a different color. It's a different feel entirely. What you thought or what was projected to you was maybe like a bronze or gold or something that's a little bit more of an earthy tone, and this looks like crystal. And you can see that whatever actually make an intelligence check, or if anyone else who is now
nobody else is around, get away.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Actually, you can do this when you come up, because you guys can't talk to each other, I believe.
Why can't we talk to each other?
Underwater?
Yeah, we can breathe water. We can talk underwater.
It sounds blah, 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 blah.
Actually, water sound is clearer underwater, or it carries more correctly.
Yeah, but it also sounds like blah, 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 blah.
That does not mean that the sound is not distorted for your human air ears.
For sure.
Yeah, exactly. Shoot, what
As opposed to non-human air.
Exactly.
Oh.
So you guys, you pick up the Mythos. So 13. That's actually pretty good. It's not bad. Because of this particular area and the minerals that are within this rock, maybe it did something to the egg. It absorbed it. It sort of has a camouflage effect to blending in, where if it wasn't for the gem of brightness, it could have been missed. Or you would have taken a longer time to search this bay. But you found your egg. Or a egg. You found an egg.
Well, I mean, no, if it looks different, I guess that's what the intelligence could say. I don't think Mythos would think it's his egg. He just hand it to Arcos and be like, here, hold this. And keep looking.
Oh, okay. If maybe there's another bronze egg somewhere around here, like bronzish looking egg.
Let's kind of be roll.
Okay, so you guys keep looking.
I mean, did my 21 spot anything that Mythos didn't see?
It was above a particular threshold, so you would have seen it, and Mythos would have seen it at the same time.
I was just curious if I saw anything else. I was wondering if the joke of us going down here and finding 2 eggs actually just became canon or not.
Gotcha. You do not see anything else aside from some like random stuff that's on the ocean floor.
And a Cthulhu monster.
Oh, that's just Bob.
That's
He's
true.
here
Go
every
ahead.
Tuesday.
Yeah, roll a d20. Let's see what random encounter you get. No, not right now.
Okay. Do we find any pearls? Because I need 20 of them.
Yeah. So, how long are you gonna stay down here? And
24 hours.
Fantastic. So 24 hours later, can you just go ahead and roll? Let's see. It doesn't take terribly long. I don't know. I watch a lot of like Korean old ladies like pick up oysters or abalone.
Oh yeah.
So let's say go ahead and roll. Could you please roll a d20, and then or percentage dial. Roll a percentage.
Percentile dice.
Thank you. That's how much you get between you all. You get 54.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, some to spare.
You have some to spare. However, I need you to roll another a d20. We'll just say do two d20s. We'll say two d20s.
I will say, after Mythos hands the egg off to Arcos, Speria will kind of, move along the ocean bed over there and kind of study it herself. Just kind of looking it over, not like being sneaky with it, just giving it a good look over.
Sure.
She's very interested in said egg.
Yeah, so black pearls occur only 1 in 10,000 pearls, guys. So that's 14 is pretty good.
I was gonna say, cultured pearls, you would make them black.
Yeah, but this is naturally made pearls. So you obtain 14 black pearls. And the rest are of various colors. They will sell very well, 100 gold each for a pearl. And if you get them, that's per pearl. If you make it into a necklace or you make it into something else, then it can be higher. But you have.
Well, I mean, can we go back?
Shit, Hesperia's gonna fucking.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't want to have to do it again. Can we just go until I get 20?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. We'll just say you get 20. How about we're not rolling and doing all these rollies. Sorry about that. And we'll say that you got 20. It took, we'll say it took like 3 hours in total for you to accumulate that. And including with your egg, like this would be everything in total. And we'll have 120 pearls total. Not total, sorry. 120 pearls that are for sale. For 100 gold. It's kind of a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, probably just hang on to the pearls for now.
Okay. So just add 120 pearls and just minus off, and then make a separate one, 20 pearls, 20 black pearls. Okay. 20. We'll just say also a black pearl is worth 300 gold, by the way.
Okay. Very nice.
All right.
Woo! It's a lot of pearls.
A lot of pearls.
At least 2 pearls.
Sorry.
Did somebody add them or am I adding them?
Do you want me to just throw them in the
part?
Yeah, I'll take the 20 black pearl because I need that for a quest.
Sure. So 120?
At 100 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you could put it in the party fund, I suppose.
Yeah.
Party loot.
Done.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then, yeah, so you don't find any other dragon egg, and Mythos, I would assume you settle that this is the egg, and it is different.
All right.
Would Hesperia be able to recognize that something has happened to this egg from when she saw it?
Yeah, go ahead and do an intelligence check as well.
Ooh, just a 10.
Ooh, just a 10. I would say you would possibly so let's say you and Mythos
it was
were
stormy
kind of
and
looking
dark.
over. It was stormy. It was definitely stormy. That's for sure. And talking with Mythos and kind of knowing about the mineral and the composition, and that dragons are very much attuned with their environment, and dragons' eggs can be in tune with their environment. It's a magical creature thing, I'm not entirely sure. Could be that. Okay. Is there anything else, you guys? Is there anything else with the dragon egg? Trying to figure it out.
I don't think so. For me. Yeah, once we're back up above the water, Hesperia will ask some questions, but I don't know if we're there yet.
Yeah, you guys can be out of the water. You can move yourselves.
Once we're back up on the raft or on the shore, Hesperia just be like, so, why did you need pearls so desperately?
Oh, I've made a promise to someone.
Oh, and you couldn't just buy them?
I know how much these things cost. I have a kingdom to build.
Certainly aware, but that's not a problem. So did the Oracle say that you all were going to be Dragonlords someday as well?
The Oracle? No, I just always knew.
Just always knew. Me too. The same. What did the Oracle tell you? It's just gonna grin. Like, knowing that that's, like, probably not a question that will be answered.
Family curse.
Family curse.
Family sickness.
Is that that's your thing? Or that's his thing?
No, his is the curse, mine is
Yours
the
is
sickness.
Okay, got it. I've known for a long time. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was told there's a lot of travel in my future.
Kind of sounds like a cop out of an answer.
A fortune cookie.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've known for a long.
My lotto numbers are 22, 4, 16.
I've known for some time, not for a long time, that I would be a Dragonlord particularly, but ever since I left Odyssey, I think I've known what my destiny is. Look, and Hesperia will she wears these kind of like long-ish gloves, white gloves that overlap with these like really dope brass bracers on her forearms. She'll pull off the gloves and slide down the bracer, and there's this like a tattoo kind of thing, but it's like just like this pale one color mark that's recognizably like a dragon or a winged creature of some sort, kind of wrapping around her arm. I was born with this. Didn't always look like this, but it's clarified over these past year.
Is that a fucking dragon mark? That is an out-of-game question.
So, dragon marks are slightly different in Thailand, I believe, but it looks like, yeah, she's a marked human.
Okay.
But she'll continue. So I've known for some time, which was a bit strange once I got into the city and I heard that the king had dragons, because I don't mean any offense by this. I know I don't know where all of you are from. I'm not from here. Where I'm from, everybody considers your king to be an idiot.
I think everyone here considers the king to still be an idiot.
That's a remarkable relief. Several people have talked smack about them, but that's why I wanted to I didn't have any qualms with trying to take this egg from him, since he doesn't seem responsible enough to wield the power.
Actually, hold on. Mythos will turn to Arcos, and like Arcos sitting on his shoulder turns to look at him, to look at each other, and Mythos says in a very serious tone, "Did you steal this from King Akashtus?"
Look,
yes.
Thievery is very terrible. Nobody should ever engage in it.
No, he's asking Arcos.
Arcos.
Just ask.
Arcos looks at you, and the feeling of like an appalled feeling, as if someone put their hand to their chest and moved back. He's offended that you would say that, and just this huge like no. And then he gives you this image of a tree. It looks like an olive tree. At least the shape looks like an olive tree, but the leaves are a different color. you've never seen a tree like this before, and it looked like it was deep in like a forest somewhere. Not entirely sure exactly, but it said that it kind of gives the impression that it found the egg nestled in the tree, like in a cradle. Not in a cradle, but like a nest-ish, but it was like hidden and protected from the elements, and the tree allowed it to take the egg.
Dragon eggs grow on
Louder
trees.
egg.
These things don't grow on trees. Well, actually.
Yeah, the way when I say allows, because the not the roots, the branches and the encapsule, it was almost like it was encapsulated, and the tree like slowly moved to expose the egg, and Arcos took it.
Yeah.
Again, this is an out of character statement. Did Arcos just get the egg from Thylea's heart tree?
You don't know.
Mythos like fist bumps his little buddy. Good. And he turns back to Hesperia? Am I saying that right?
Yes.
I'm just zoomed out
Hesperia.
so far. Hesperia. Okay. Turns back. He kind of leans because we're all like sitting around drying off in the sun, right? Kind of leans forward. He's got one hand with the egg in it, and he's like leaning his elbow on his knee with the other one. He leans closer to Hesperia and he goes, "That means that King Acastus might still have some eggs for us to steal."
Ooh, okay.
Are
And
we
with
going
that,
to
let's go ahead and take a break.
Ooh.
Ponder and sit on that one for a hot minute.
Yeah, ponder and sit on that one, because that was one of the routes that I was not expecting at all. So I have to think of a few things if you guys go there. So let's go ahead and take a 10-minute break. We'll be back. We'll be back at I think it's gonna be 9:45 CST time, 10:45 Eastern time.
I don't think we're stealing, or I don't think we're gonna try to steal eggs from
Hey,
the king.
Hey, you know what? We'll discuss that.
I'm not going to steal an egg from the king of Mitros.
Sitting
You
idiot.
called him an idiot. Got it coming, right?
Listen, an idiot and a king aren't, like there can be overlap, but the king still carries weight. I don't want to. I'm from Arisia. Do you think they'll, oh look, the young woman. What?
You're a Regent.
I'm Arisian.
A Regent's
that a
killed my
problem?
father.
Well, I didn't.
Prepare to die.
Prepare to die.
To be fair, Arisians killed my father too. So.
Well, okay. We'll get to that later.
So
Think of it like this: if you don't
so many
steal the
things
dragon,
we have so many
then
things
the
in
idiot
common.
king has another dragon.
I'm not stealing a dragon. I'm not breaking into the palace and no.
Well, then I guess they'll write the tales of the girl who could have been a dragon rider.
No, I'm going to be a dragon rider.
Yeah.
I'll
If you
find
could
one.
steal an egg.
You didn't steal an egg.
Arcos says this is the last egg in the wild.
Arcos is an idiot. So there.
Well,
I'm kidding, Arcos. You're not an idiot. You're not.
Arcos looks really confused as Milos is making shit up.
Yeah.
And then he gets called an idiot, and he kind of like
She's like, I'm
blows
kidding.
some
I'm
air
kidding.
out of his nose. He's like, he stands proud again. Strike a
You're very
pose.
smart. You're very smart, and you're very good at carrying dragon eggs. If it wasn't very stormy, I know you would have made it to the shore.
Are you
It was
giving him
an epic
scritches?
battle.
This berry is not.
Oh, okay.
She's just like being.
He
She's
takes
just
it.
placating him.
He takes it. He's like, okay.
And you're definitely prettier.
Oh, super pose now. Just super sexy boy. Like, yes.
All right, well then, if you're not going to steal an egg, what's your plan?
Well, you guys were the heroes of Thylea, right? You're bringing back the Dragonlords, or at least their fight, right?
Hence my
Yes.
interest in your plans.
That's what I've heard in the Sour Vintage Inn, the Historia. And some of the tales in the past few days. I didn't exactly frequent the same places you did when you came to the city. Straight to the palace, wasn't it? Not for me. I'm going to travel with you. I'm going to become a Dragon Lord. 500 years from now, 1,000 years, when the world starts to go to shit and needs heroes, they'll remember the Valen Rose name. The same way we do with the Arklanders and all those fancy people.
I really appreciate the gumption, the enthusiasm, but we just trimmed down to this really comfortable number. I'm not sure we're like in the market for another relationship just yet. It's still the wound is a little fresh.
It's too soon.
Well, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. Just kind of grins, like smiles cheekily. Because I'm traveling with you, regardless.
Well, yeah,
I don't
you keep
think-
saying that the Oracle told you you're going to be a Dragon Lord, then what's her name?
Versi?
Wrong.
I mean, everybody knows that.
She got me there, guys.
All right. Past your intent of becoming a dragon lord, what are your plans?
No.
What are you trying to
Get
accomplish?
married? Actually have kids? What?
Can you explain this 2-year gap in your resume?
It was a 3-year gap, yes, and that's when I was in.
On my experimental
I was
phase.
experimenting in college, okay?
I was very good at it. No, I mean, I don't. You people here in the West are so strange, In Arisia, we don't have temples to Lutheria. I mean, there's temples to Season, but they're bastards, right? I don't want the last 500 years to disappear into nothingness. I'm willing to fight for the good of people, if that's what matters. I mean, it's more like I want to be famous, and if fighting for the good of people gets that done.
I've got an idea. The guy is gonna turn around and just kind of like cup her mouth like to the air, like, "Hey, Kira, are you there? Are you close by?"
Good idea.
How
Send her to
does
get
everybody-
Messuami. We could really use a sixth.
How does everybody know Akira?
Okay, not there. All right.
Actually, hold on. Sorry, I was continuing to write something. Roll a. Actually, no. This is Kira. What am I trying to say? Yeah. Boop. She just kind of like pops out of nowhere, and you can see that she is like in the middle of like looking, maybe not quite too guilty, just more of like a bemusement, as she looks like she's like writing something down on a scroll, and is like, yes.
Now the quick question for that: do I recognize Kira?
Oh yeah, absolutely. She's not dressed up as a goddess. She's dressed up as like her normal self. She doesn't dress up in these grandeur things. Like, so her face is the same. Her clothes just might be like a different shade today because she, changes her clothes.
I'd like to imagine that I'm so used to the appearing of Kira that if I were to call out for her, I kind of like just like preemptively have like a half hug ready, and then as she just appears, I just, whoop, just grab right onto her, just like call to her and just like, "Oh, I feel the wind. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Boom. There she is."
Just intercepting her mid-flight.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, you do that, and she like leans in and she kind of smiles. At this time, she can't like return the hug as she's like writing. And if you like with your passive, even if it's with an 11, it's not a big deal. You can see that she's writing, and you can see like scratches out as like she's writing some type of story or poem or something. You see your name, you see Andromache's name, you see like Asimi's name, and it's like X'd out with like a death symbol or something like that. But then it's like, haha, just kidding.
There's like a picture of him, but then there's also scribbled on little horns and like an evil mustache.
Exactly.
Oh, double tail.
Exactly. 14-year-old bored in math class drawing doodles.
Love it.
To the teacher. So it's exactly what you see, and then you can see finally Hesperia has arrived and just you can see like something almost to this line of protege before she kind of like puts it away and returns your hug. So yeah.
Well, it's wonderful to see you, Kira. Always love the readiness to help us. Also I kind of lean like, you don't always have to answer me. By the way, you could tell me to fuck off every now and then. It's okay, but I appreciate you nonetheless. Yeah, so I did call you down here for like a question, but I just sorry to eavesdrop. I saw on your paper and her name's on it, so
Yeah. Hi, Kira. Funny to see you here, Kira. You've come a long way in such a short time, Kira.
I am always with you all. And she goes first, she's like, and Gaia, I'm always following you guys. The only reason why I just decided not to announce my presence out to everybody is because Nitwit, who is no longer here, which means I can actually just kind of chill and just hang out with you all, was just a bother to me.
Thing?
Yes, it's an Arcos thing. Don't worry.
Arcos is the precious. And she gives a little scritch underneath like the chin. Gives him a piece of cheese. High class stuff. And she's like, aren't you just so precious? And she goes and turns back to you, Gaia, and then she's like, I'm not going to lie. This is one of someone I have deeply decided that I was going to assist in her life path. Just support, really. Nothing too invasive. Just a little nudge here, just getting her out of trouble there. Just the usual stuff. And she turns to you then, Hesperia, and she's like, darling, you've made it. How are you? kiss here, kiss there on the cheek. Like, okay. And come back.
Spiria's just like standing there for it. She's like, I'm mad at you right now. I'm good. Thank you for asking. So when I said, Kira, oh, like the goddess, and you said, yes, like the goddess, haha.
I didn't lie. I don't lie.
What about when you introduced yourself as not Kira at the inn?
I never said I wasn't. I just said we have the same name.
It's good to see you.
And you as well. You look very, very good.
Thank you. The not a fucking storm is treating my skin pretty well.
Yes, I agree. I'm still a little bit tired from that one too. And she kind of just like does a little fake fainting motion like this. Anyway, so you're off into an adventure, is that right? What did you called me? Just gives you a big smile, Gaia.
Oh, seeing as how you're the one who started us on this journey, I just was making sure that she wasn't lying, and I'd figured that you would probably be the one to know. She's claiming she's coming with us. She's going to be a Dragonlord in that Versi Center, and you were the next best thing to asking Versi, but I'm not that quick.
It is true. Many have been given the call, and most of them, as you had know, did not make it back or decided not to heed that call, and you guys were the ones that did. I do believe maybe her missive got a little lost in the mail, I believe. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but it is true, and at the same time, it is a decision that should be collective.
No, I don't know that that's necessary.
I know you are very stubborn and you want to get your way, Hesperia, but you know, these lovely folks, very close-knit, having gone through many, many adventures within the last month and a half.
I was mostly kidding.
I know, but
it would be easier if you all would just say, sure, Hesperia, go grab your things.
I know, but you have your pride, and I understand. And if you didn't get your way, you just sulk, and then I would never hear the end of it. She sulks. She looks over at you, Guy, and she just gives you a big nod.
I don't sulk.
Thumbs off angrily.
What are you talking about?
It's not a phase, Kira.
She is like late teens, early 20s, aged young adult.
She tries to. I'm assuming like Hesperia tries to, like, push off that she's older in a sense.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but I think with this particular interaction, that maybe in Gaia and the rest of you guys get the sense that she's probably younger than maybe what the number is you think in your head is.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, you said she's human, distinctly human,
yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as you can tell.
She's just very short. Actually, she's only like.
I mean, she's not super short. Yeah, she's about 5 feet tall, and she's got
platforms.
And then she has platforms on top of that.
Oops.
So she stands about 5'4", 5'5".
Yeah.
I don't remember how tall.
Me IRL.
I don't remember how tall you were either. I remember asking you like 3 times.
I know I put it down somewhere. It's not on my character sheet though. Oops.
Yeah, I mean, like with the platforms, it's basically my height, a couple inches shorter than me.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just looking for confirmation, so that works for me.
Just so you know, we're heading east through the old woods from the sounds of things, if that changes your desire to come with us.
Oh, yes, sorry. Only a Dragonlord in the cities. Dragonlords, famously afraid of the outdoors. Of course I'm coming. I traveled somewhat through the old woods or around them to get here.
Around them?
I mean, I'm not going to say I marched through the heart of the forest or anything like that. I was with a caravan.
Did you go north?
We went from you have to go north from Odyssey.
Could have sailed across the bay.
Right, but I didn't do that. So
Okay,
yes,
well, that's
yes,
why I
yes,
was asking.
yes, yes. The scene is located a bit further north than Odyssey proper, and I set off from there after graduating.
Graduating from?
From a scene.
Oh, a theme. I
Scene,
misheard you.
A-S-S-E-N-E.
Sorry, so a what?
A-S-S-E-N-E.
Don't do it, Gorby.
Look at that cheeky
You
smile.
tried
You
so
put
hard.
that away, you motherfucker.
I'm not saying anything.
If you make
I
fun of
don't
my,
need to.
if you make fun of my academy, I will turn you into charcoal.
You're cute.
You're cute.
He doesn't notice that. What?
Yeah, she like dismisses the threat entirely.
Yeah, it wasn't a real threat, obviously. But I can say, looking at the lot of you, chakrams, armor. Not a lot of magic here, is there?
Happen to be incredibly magical.
Okay.
We have Jared.
Jared?
Oh,
Is that another?
Does Jared
Another? Nobody told me about Jared in Astoria?
Well, Jared's newer as I'll kind of like swirl like my hand a little bit, almost like the Doctor Strange thing, and like a rift will open, and you just see him like, laying like in this like super soft, lush bed in like the Fey realm, and he like looks up and like nods, puts his head back down, and I'll just close the portal.
And I know a couple of tricks, and Calder will just hold the hand up and snap, and Hyperion will show up in front of Hesperia.
Oh, that's cute. Well, got your little like animal thing going on. It's very cute. I throw fireballs around.
You see, first off, you see Hyperion, by the way, is like, this is a creature you have never seen before. This is not something that's like, this is something that's like Fey shit. That you would assume. And he looks at you, and it's the grumpy cat face of like, how dare you wake me up from my nap to look at this peasant ass peasant. That is the expression on this cat's face.
Is it an expression kind of like this? Oh God.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's way too cute. It doesn't look like it's about to scratch your face off. So maybe on a happy day.
You want to scratch my face off, buddy?
And he goes backing up. Meow. It's kind of.
Yeah, I think Hesperia would kind of assume it's a familiar situation.
Yeah.
That was kind of her thought.
Tails up, just kind of like, what's it called? Takes his the
Do
back feet, just like the whole like whatever, and then walks away.
Do you have like a little like creature that you can bring around Andromeda? Is that what we're doing here?
Where is Ornithia? We should whistle. And then Ornithia will come flying in.
Swoop in.
Oh, now that is a cool little thing. That is nifty.
Yeah, whereas a Hyperion's expression
She like
was
tweaks it like a shoulder and then like fixes her up and then so that's better. Sounded a little squeaky on the way in.
That is clever. I don't have anything like that, but once I get to my dragon, it'll be a whole thing, and But so I'm a wizard, in case it wasn't obvious. But 3rd degree, if that matters to any of you. No, doesn't. It's fine. You do things weird here in Mitros.
I'm not familiar with Mitros' ways either, in the arcane arts, so.
Well,
I, for one, am
the
itching
issue.
to be back on the road. So it appears we may have some planning to do for our next excursion.
Sure. I'm staying at the Other's Gall, so I should go get my things, I guess.
What?
Adder's
What's it called?
Adder's
Who's gone?
Adder Skull, like a snake.
What a horrible name for a hotel.
Wouldn't know that.
We were there yesterday.
No, you
Oh my
weren't.
God, people stay there?
You didn't go there.
You didn't go there. That was the fighting pit.
Wait. Oh, that's okay.
We have to go pick up our Minotaur.
Fred.
There's a Minotaur there at the Adder Skull that fights there. Incredible. I'd never seen one all my life. It's like Bug.
Oh,
That fellow. That was it. That fellow fucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he fights. He's what I think you meant to say, right?
No, like anybody can fight, right? I fought, but not
But
like
he
that.
fucks.
But he
Bullbug fucks?
Yes.
Okay. Colorful palette we have here today.
Is that not a saying over here?
It's these days and that lingo.
I do. Sorry. You might be too old for that sort of slang. Sorry.
Age has nothing to do with me living in the woods. That's just me not being aware, regardless of how old I am. So
Wait,
I'm not.
shit.
Is
Are you
Colby
not-
just gonna be the old man to this character when Asimi was the fucking...
Oh, so instead
That's
of calling
so funny.
Calder 6, you're gonna start calling him Grandpa?
That's so funny.
Complete opposite. Good lord. All right.
Yeah, should I meet you all? You're staying at the palace, right? I heard that, but is it true?
Yes, it's true.
Can I should I meet you there? How does that work? I've never been to a
Why?
palace.
Why don't we just go with you and you can get your stuff and then we'll talk plans?
Well,
Sure.
why don't you just go get your stuff, but wait there until tomorrow?
No, fuck that. You're gonna
And then
leave. You're gonna
we'll-
sneak out the gate.
Tomorrow.
No.
I mean, it's like late.
No,
we spent
fuck
all
that.
day swimming and diving.
Fuck-
We're not
yeah,
leaving
fuck
right
no.
now.
We spent a half day, right? It took us 3 hours.
3 hours and then
Sure.
this
I went back.
conversation. So, yeah.
If you guys stayed at the palace, then I'm gonna stay at the fucking palace too.
Well, the thing is, like, you're a region.
Oh, I didn't know that mattered to you over here.
Well,
Oh,
why wouldn't it matter?
How'd your
Our
dad die?
nations have had like a dozen wars.
and more than that.
Okay, well, like at least 7.
At least, yeah. Between a dozen and 7, yes.
Right.
All right. So what are you guys doing? Are you guys meeting at the? You guys are meeting up the next day.
I mean,
No, I was
I
just
think
giving him
I
shit.
think we go with
Yeah.
Yeah, she just
Hesper-
probably has you guys.
Hesperia.
Hesperia. You know what, you guys?
Hesperia.
If
Hejavlinia.
if the name is weird on your lips, you can call me Esper.
Esper. I don't even know it.
You do now.
How did you not plan around this, Alex?
I think I just took a d4 of psychic damage.
Go for it. I love it. I love it personally. Oh shit! 4. when it comes to
Yeah.
damaging yourself, you get the high number. But when you
You like go to
deal
face
out
and actually
damage,
poke yourself in the eye. Didn't also do that. Yeah. So I think we go with and talk shop.
And
Right, but just-
oh, go ahead.
Are we just leaving? Like, how far thoroughly do we need to plan?
Well, like I, the player, forgot, but Calder wouldn't have forgotten that he told the dragon that he would come back. So he's going to do that at some point before we leave.
okay.
I don't
Because I
know
will
what
say-
other planning we have to do.
I will say though, after Mythos makes the comment, she actually probably would be like, haha, fine, but when we come back here, and people are telling stories of Hesperia Vazenrose, one of the heroes of Thylea. I'm not staying in the fucking Adder's Gall. Sure. I'll meet you in the market tomorrow. I'll head that way, buy some food, fill up my packs. You could do the same, maybe. And we'll head out early in the morning, just after the markets open up.
Right.
Wonderful.
Okay. All right. Sounds like you guys have a plan. You go your respective ways. However you feel about the situation that has encountered for the day, and you take your long rest. You have, I believe, you guys. I'm going ahead and I'll let you do that. Chinny, you can go ahead and mark off your objective for 20 pearls. You can check mark any of these as you go about, and then after the quest is completed, you can hit the green set as complete at on the quest log, or within the quest log task. So it's been over 1 week, so I'll just take that off. Okay. So have fun with that. Sorry. So a very successful day. Mythos that evening with the egg. Actually, do you feel it kind of shift a little bit? You feel something shift, and you can, if you take out the egg, when you hold it and you carry when you hold it in your hands, and the heat of your body starts to warm up the egg a little bit in that area, it's kind of like one of those like mood rings or mood type of stones, where when you take your hand off, from that crystalline look, it has a different color undertone now. It has more of like a goldish bronze brassy type of look, and as it starts to warm up, as you're like, oh, kind of experimenting around with it, that's what you see. However you take that. So that's what you get.
He would be like Arcos. And Arcos would like come over and like kind of like grab onto the egg to like keep it warm.
Cool.
Yeah, we're gonna be moms, Arcos.
Actually, if we could slightly maybe swing back for I meant to talk about that egg to Mythos about it.
That was half the distraction.
I know, shit. No, maybe like as we're like rowing the raft back, if we could just rewind slightly, and Hesperia just. So, what do you know about raising a dragon, Mythos? About hatching a dragon egg?
I have an uncanny motherly instinct. I'm sure I'll figure it out.
Right. You'll just kind of guess the oath?
This is where sorry, blah blah, I'm blanking out on the word. The thing Versi gave us. Like a portent? No.
Well, I did a bit of
Prophecy?
studying.
Like a prophecy?
I did a bit of studying. You need an item with some sort of like magical infusement of some sort. I'm not sure it matters what, though I can't imagine a more potent enchantment is worse. And there's an ancient oath. You have to speak over it. It's in Draconic. Maybe while we're traveling together, I'll teach it to you. See how good you are at speaking Draconic.
It goes, I love me, you love you.
Oh god, no.
That's it. You figured it out. Do you speak Draconic, Mythos?
Dragon egg.
No.
No, I'm sorry.
Mythos.
It was like almost a year ago, but Mythos did pursue a bunch of that.
Oaths of
with
Thylea handout in
Yeah.
history found in Vercy's Villa.
Yeah.
You can also go into the history, legends, and lore and look at the modern history volume 1, 2, and 3. It's in the first one. I also put it into the description of the crystalline dragon egg, which is in your inventory. I think I thought maybe I missed telling you that before we went on break.
I don't see Modern History 3 for what it's worth.
What?
Oh wait, no,
because
I'm
you-
sorting by dragon.
New person.
Maybe
who
once
dis-
Nope, there it is. They're just not dragon.
Okay.
When I was looking for this handout, and I searched for dragon, and it was filtering stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, she seems to be suggesting that she could teach the oath as well, if necessary.
Yeah.
Which, like, you have to speak it
Okay.
Draconic.
Mythos learned how to bind books so that he could keep notes on the Dragonlord thing. I don't talk about it a lot. I just kind of... It was one of those things he does on his own time when nobody's around. So he does have, like, a leather-bound book with notes that he's accumulated over the journey so far.
Does Mythos speak Draconic?
I'm checking. I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think you didn't take that.
Maybe while we're like,
Yes,
you
no.
know, just as this journey happens, she might she would teach the oath and like how to say it. 'Cause her understanding in the note says that you have to speak it in Draconic, the oath. So it's something we could do over the travel.
Just glancing at languages again, I'm pretty sure most of the party speaks Sylvan, correct?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't speak Sylvan.
Good. So we all start talking about Hesperia and Sylvan.
And Romkey Sylvan is so basic.
Oh wait, is Sylvan part of Primordial?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Sylvan is like
That's
Fae.
Aquan and yeah. Stuff
Yeah,
like that.
fairy, but different from elves, which is elvish.
It's
but
the
they
talk
use
of the
same-
woods.
Yeah, they use the same writing system. Okay. So you guys had that little conversation. Moving forward, you guys wake up the next morning. You can see that the egg is warmer, but it's still a little bit has that like crystalline hue. So it looks like it's like an iridescent. So instead of like I forgot the rock that is like iridescent, instead of like an onyx black with a shimmer over it, this is more of like a metallic, warm, earthy tone with these multiple colors that kind of shine over it as you move it around in light. It just seems to be getting warmer, and Arcos is very, very astute, looking about, and something a little odd in quote happens. Could you just roll a wisdom check, Mythos?
You mean an opal?
Opal? Because I'm trying to remember. There's like an iridescent rock that's smooth.
Like a rainbow color?
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called. It's like a
Opal.
black rock.
Oh, it's not black. Opals aren't really black.
I think it's
They're
black.
sparkly.
I like sparkly.
Obsidian?
Obsidian's very black. It's not.
I think it's
sparkly
I think it's
black.
like pitch almost. Hold on.
Yeah.
Obsidian's very glassy.
It is glassy, yes.
glassy. It kind of a little obsidian-esque.
Okay.
I'll get it later. Like oil
Ooh.
slick, I guess. Sorry to.
Mythos's forte, wisdom.
So
Yeah.
why didn't it roll on mine? What?
Here, oh yeah, he rolled a 19.
27 in total.
27
Jesus.
total. So you get.
No.
That was a 5. That was a 5.
Yeah.
It's,
6 minus 1 is 5, yeah. Mythos not wise.
Are you on the wrong tab, Ellie?
Oh shit! I am on the wrong tab. Well, no, the camera's on the right tab. Or what tab are you in?
I don't see the 5. Either.
It's in rolls.
Oh, you're on. If you have to be on the same page, so if you're on landing page, like if you're on different maps, it doesn't show.
I was looking at the Dark
Oh, yeah.
Pools.
I moved to the landing page to look at the quests
Oh,
again.
okay, okay. I will see.
That makes sense.
I see it. I see it now. Thank you. So 5. You get these messages from Arcos that just doesn't make sense, and you're like, maybe Arcos is getting a little too into being the mother hen and a little brooding, where it's like, it doesn't want to move off. You think that's just the feeling you get. You think, but it doesn't look agitated. He doesn't look agitated. He doesn't look like aggressive, or he just looks pretty content. But the feeling that you get, you feel like you're getting conflicting 2 different types of feelings. It's very interesting, but you're not quite able to separate what that is. But you definitely get the sense of, I want cheese. That seems to be always an underlying thing. All right.
Okay.
So where are we going? Into the old woods.
Erosia.
It's a good question, actually. I don't quite remember exactly where in the old woods we're going.
You're going to love this if you study history. We're going to Hexmire.
Do I know anything
what?
particular about Hexmire?
The place is fucked.
Place is fucked. Yeah, everyone knows that Hexmire sucks. Hexmire is within Midnight's Peril. It's at the very edge of it. So for Aracia, for like people like you, like yours, it would be the beginning, and for Mitras would be the Hexmire would be the end. But it's a well-known, scary, haunted, not really haunted, dangerous place that has so many stories about it. There's stories of people going there, absolutely no one returning back, or people returning back crazy, people returning back never to be the same, shape-shifted. Some lose their words, some try to speak and they speak a completely different language, never to speak their own language or understand another language that they had spoken before. It's well known also to probably have a hag that has been seen with close to the waters, either within, around, you're not entirely sure. Many have tried to go ahead and like defeat the hag or make deals with the hag, whatever their cases may be. It's not good. A lot of people that say that have either skirted, some of these could be like rumor, but there are rumor that's treated as fact because there have been enough rumors that have supported this where around the edges, certain edges of the lake are just skeletal remains of creatures of how many years that have perished from XYZ reasons. You're not entirely sure. No one's sure. Midnight's Peril is also just that strait, which is between the coast and the hills and valleys and like cliffs, I should say, of the Dead Falls, is just dense, dark forest. There are so many crazy things in there. You have the red caps, you have, let's see, I have stuff here. There are red caps, there are burstucks, there are crazy ass stuff in there. Oh, they're especially like in watery areas, and this is stuff that, both anyone from like Oldie Woods would know. This particular area does have the Bukavaks, which are these like frog-like creatures that are huge, and they are just loud as fuck, and they are known to burst eardrums if they croak too loud, or if they feel threatened and they croak loudly to get away or defeat its enemy or something like that. There are undead things. It's just like this conglomerate of stuff.
It's spooky.
It's spooky.
Or worse, I believe.
Yeah. Hesperia will just say, I don't think I've heard of it, while she's like turning a bit pale.
Did we we were supposed to find out where the Ultros is.
It's in the Dead Falls.
Yeah. We had a map, right? or something?
Yeah, the queen gave you a map.
Yeah. Do we want to hit that up first, or do we want to go to the Hexmere, or do we have other stuff we're doing?
And Andromache's thing is further east, past the Old Woods, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a temple I believe I have to go to. I'll
So
pull up my side. Oh,
Do we do Hexmere, Temple,
Oh.
Deadfalls?
I don't
Yeah,
know
I
if
think-
I know the exact location of the temple.
Getting the boat probably feels
Uh,
like the last thing we do, right?
Yeah.
Probably,
Yeah,
because I don't
in
think
the
we can
same-
carry it with us.
in the same,
Just
well,
put it in
I
your
mean,
pocket.
no. As much as like walking this whole distance is super appealing, can we like maybe like get a boat to drop us
So,
off like right there?
The one issue with that is that the god who controls the ocean is pissed at us.
I
Yeah.
mean, can't see everything everywhere. He's not
think-
omnipotent.
He's not like a god.
Oh,
or
they're all
anything.
powerful gods or anything.
No, he's not. He's a
He's
titan.
not all powerful for sure.
Yeah, he's a
We
titan.
do know that.
Oh my god, the titan.
Oh, just something that's even bigger and badder than the Titan or than the gods.
I mean, the goddess of dreams wants to kill us too, but we still sleep.
Well, yeah, she's
Well,
not the
you
god.
guys
She's
do.
she's not the
Yeah, we
god
got
of
pretty
murdering
shitty
people in their
nightmares, though.
sleep.
Here she is.
I'm like, if anyone's gonna be, it's gonna be her, man.
I mean, it would save us a bunch of time, though. I think it's worth considering.
Yeah.
No, Ellie's wants us to go through the jungle. She has shit prepared for
Hey,
us to go through, not the jungle,
I-
through the forest. Let's go through the forest.
No, whatever you guys like, whichever is you guys choose, because I have encounters for everything. I've been
I
this
could
is,
waste in all these locations.
I think if we are having this discussion in character, I think Hesperia would voice up. I mean, traveling by boat will save us time. They want us dead anyways. I mean, it's not like there's not dangers in the old woods. Why not just hire a boat? It'll be quicker. Are you all poor or something? Like, you guys didn't want to buy the pearls? Like, if this is an issue, I can't help you with that because I am too. But like, I didn't expect it.
It's not my forte, but I grew up with a woman who it is her forte, and I happen to know that building, running, and maintaining a kingdom is incredibly expensive, and I have very limited funds.
What do you mean? Running a kingdom was her forte.
She's smart. Like, you think you're smart, and she's like smarter than you. So, like, the smartest person I know.
Well, you don't know me.
I know you enough to know you're not as smart as she is.
Yeah, but can she do this?
Mythos
Well,
did not
maybe.
inherit all the genes, it appears.
My mother is quite a smart woman as well, and it is expensive. But my
Mine was
father
smarter than your mom.
taught me that you have to fight for things before you can, govern it. I think
Yeah.
maybe now's the time for fighting and spending money on fighting rather than saving it up for a kingdom.
No, you do both, like, at the same time.
Right, so we buy. I'm sorry. What do you not want to sail? I mean, if you don't want to sail, I'm sure all of these,
No, you just asked why we don't like spending money. I was
Oh, no,
explaining
no, I
why
was just-
don't like.
Oh, that was just
Spending
kind of a
money.
joke, actually.
If people want to try taking a boat, we can ask around. I was just planning to go through the Old Woods because I know that area best.
So, like, I'm not 100% sold either way, but I will bring up that I left Mitros on foot, heading the way that we're heading, and it took me how many 12 years to get back. So, like, this is the long way.
No, it's a long walk. When I met up with you three at the caravan that first night, I had been traveling for 21 days.
Oh, it's a long walk.
Yeah.
How much of that time was getting
Wasn't
lost?
like the sour vintage to
Close.
the temple like 2 days?
Different terrain.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
not going
think-
through the Fey Woods.
Yeah, I think we should try to navigate by ocean. Better the devil you know than the devil you don't, right?
I mean, if we can shave a little time off of the journey, and so we can get to the good fights.
How much time would it save us? Like,
A lot
ballpark.
of time. A ton
Yeah,
of time. I
yeah.
assume
Yeah.
you guys are going to take a boat.
Okay.
I think I actually asked Ellie this question a long time ago, and she said it would take like 6 days to get there, or 7.
Okay, yeah, let's do
compared to the 21 plus walking.
I do have a quick aside while we're making plans. Did Calder look through the spell book and figure out what spells were in that thing? Because I don't know if I should buy some like wizard nonsense.
Also depends on if he trusts you or not to give it to you.
He would have looked through it before sleeping the night before, so I'm not sure if I can just read it because I have the ritual caster spell for wizards, or I would have had to cast Identify, or how that works exactly.
I would say...
Yeah. I mean, we got to do like more bonding scenes before we're spending party funds on you.
I got money. Not much money, but I have some money.
Hold on, I'm looking
Oh wait, no, that's not much money, is it, for wizard nonsense? Wizard nonsense is expensive, isn't it?
That's why Calder has like 3 gold on him, and he's only a ritual caster.
Well, I mean specifically to buy the just the gold for transcribing spells, like the stuff for transcribing, not like the scrolls themselves.
Okay.
Here.
Calder, is it in your possession?
You added
I can
a
just-
generic spell book, but it doesn't have anything unique written in it.
Yeah, you told me that you would tell us what was in it once we looked at it.
Yeah, no, it was ready. I just had it like hidden information. And I don't know what happened to it. It's called a Violet Spellbook.
Yeah, I only have like an extra generic spellbook showed up in my inventory.
That was all I ever had.
Going on? No, I had it here. I had everything. Oh, Violet Leather Spellbook. I actually put it in. Okay, I see. Edit.
Violent leather.
Not violent, violet.
Every time you read the Violent Leather spellbook, you roll a 1d6 and you have a 5 in 6 chance of getting a paper cut.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Violent.
You then take 1 point of bleed damage until you succeed a DC 10 medicine check. The start of every round.
I feel like that'd be the microaggression instead of violent, right?
Yeah, and unless you actually, unless you actually get a cure spell cast on you to like magically heal it, you have disadvantage from the discomfort of having a paper cut on your hand.
It's true.
Oh, it gets between the fingers.
Oh,
It gets
no.
It gets infected.
Yeah, too far.
The
too
worst.
You have to go to the
far.
doc. You have to go to ER.
So, Calder, you look at the book, and after identifying it, reading it, it was less of like a language and more of runes, but you were able to you were able to decipher it because the runes were based off of giant, which you kind of have an affinity for and a history of. But the color of when you identified it, it seemed to actually like change its look, where it's this really nice but a little bit weathered purple, deep purple, violet colored spell book. And when you open it, you can see that many of the pages are blank, and only towards the end there were actual spells. but you couldn't read them, but now you can. And as everything seems to start to unfold, you can start reading that pages. It was a journal at some point. This was a journal, and it was a person who was going through learning how to be a wizard, and in their adventures, their exploits, basically, their everything. It was a journal. And then at the back is like the fruitfulness of their labors. And you can see that they probably were very powerful for their time. You don't know the age, but probably very, very old. And that's what you get. It's kind of a nice, interesting read. I didn't write anything out specific, but it was just an adventure. You can make up your own.
All right, cool.
Choose your own adventure book.
Exactly. All right. Towards the end. Oh wait, sorry. Are you guys heading out right now?
Well, I think we're getting settled on packing up and booking passage on a boat to drop us off on its way, maybe.
All right,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Quick question for wizard prep stuff. It says the cost for like transforming stuff is like different components and fine inks. Can I just buy some of that stuff now and have later in case I find spells or want to copy spells over?
I assume that because you went to a university, whatever, that would provide that.
With the double A.
Yeah, double A, triple A. You went to a triple A college. You would have been provided with that because it's part of your internship.
How much? Like, it's 50 gold per level of a spell. How much of that components would I have already then?
You would just have to come up with the money to do.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm
Oh,
asking
I see.
here. Is, like,
I see. So you would
thinking the gold
you
cost.
would have enough. You would have enough for like 3 spells. Like,
So it's about 150 gold worth of materials.
yeah, 150 gold.
I might sell the pearls that Hesperia kept for herself. I said she kept 10 of just normal pearls. Might sell those and just like buy more like the rare components and inks and stuff like that, and get stocked up on it.
Yeah, that's fine. Then you can just add that to your sheet. And
wizard nonsense.
No wizard nonsense. Okay.
Okay, cool.
So
do that when she's buying food and stuff for herself.
So yeah, you use that 1,000 to purchase additional. So you should be able to. Wow, that's a lot of. It's a lot. You have a lot to record down if you'd like. It'll go very fast, but yes.
Yeah, I could that's like a 4th level spell is 200 gold on its own, so it can go pretty quick.
It can go pretty quick. Okay, so you guys start to head out. Let me go ahead and move you down here. Oh, I didn't.
Do we have any issues finding a ship that will take us there?
No. You guys find a ship.
We're taking a ship.
This is the wrong map. I'm sorry, guys. I wanted the port. My bad.
Oh no! How dare you?
Spoilers.
My immersion.
Oh, there's
Spoilers.
guys. There might be a field somewhere ahead.
We might
be going to a forest.
Yeah. Well, we make it.
You guys saw nothing. It was a generic map. You guys are able to find passage. There are merchant ships, travel ships that go back and forth between Erasia and Mithras. So finding one isn't terrible. To secure passage, though, because it's not a pleasure ship or anything like that, this is there's limited space. You would be quote required to assist if anything were to go down. They will allow you to come on for a discounted rate. If there was to be a battle, you would spearhead this battle. You would spearhead the battle along with the captain, following the captain's orders.
What do you mean, fuck up pirates or something?
But it's...
I'll counter your offer.
Plagues and Thalia Marsh.
I'll counter you with this offer. We'll pay you full wage, and you find pirates for us to fight.
What?
He looks at you like, like just
I don't
this
I don't
severe
think
look on
he's
his
serious.
face, and he's just kind of like nods. And he's like, "I don't think we have trouble." And he points back like this, like his thumb behind his shoulder, and you can just see like the loads of goods on his boat that's being loaded up. Just crates and crates of some of his art that's well packed. Statues, like marble statues, just goods, not just like food and things like that. They're genuine, like rich stuff for rich people.
Where's this going?
Odyssey.
So, Captain, if I could just interject regarding our deal to come aboard, we'll graciously accept, but I do have one slight change to the method. You are the captain of the ship. Hereby, we follow your commands. But with us spearheading any safety and personal defensive matters in those environments, we are the captain. And you listen to us. Okay?
There's he kind
I'm
of
the
like
captain now.
squints his eyes. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check, of course with advantage because of your speaking skills.
Character sheet's in the way.
Oh, thank goodness.
20. He looks at you as like a little bit of pursed lips. He's like, only when the battle starts?
Of course, and it would only be in charge of whatever tomfoolery may be happening. I'm not using as a median to say if a fight takes over, we can start determining where like the boat's going or like who gets the cargo or pick up. None of that stuff. We're just
Wait,
gonna
did I just say we reserve the right to declare martial law?
All I'm saying is that if a fight breaks out and we need something to happen, we are gonna make that call.
And if you get in our way, I'll melt you. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Maybe
Not what we're saying. It's not what we're saying. Not what we're
Puts away
saying.
fireball one.
It's away fireball. That's fine.
Oh.
Sorry, you just have to be strong with sailors sometimes, you know.
And he looks over at you.
Open hand,
Asperia.
closed fist kind of situation.
He looks over
Hi.
at you,
Hi.
Asperia, and then looks and just kind of like huffs and says, "Stupid ass crack," and then goes back to you, looking at you, Gaia. He's like, between this and that, she's not in charge. You, 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 I.
Generally speaking, it'll either be me or the elfin fellow who will probably make callouts. So
Yeah, he look like man facing that fight. Good.
you know the difference. I cannot begin to tell you how many people do not know the difference between an eladrin and an elf. It's just I'm sorry. It's just so much easier to explain it as elf, but good for you for knowing the difference. Wait, what an ally!
I like to use proper terms because myself have, and he points back and you see this array of different species, or just like different, species basically. You do see some like actual like elf or half elvins, and then there is one that is an eladrin. And it is a summer eladrin. Why a summer eladrin is on a boat, you don't know. But hey, he's like, proper. It's proper. Now come. And
I think we could get along great. And Guy will like walk by the side of the captain.
I hope you guys don't mind fish. We eat fish. Easy to catch.
On the contrary, I would help fish.
Not really in a fish mood today.
Why are you hanging around with this ass crack?
That's really rude, you know that? Like I'm going to slap you, Captain.
So short.
At some point.
She's
So angry. Like a chihuahua.
They know what chihuahuas are here?
Alright,
Yeah, they do. Dogs.
how about this?
Like a
How
goat
about
leg.
this? You can call me names. You can call me more names today, but tomorrow I'll slap you, and we'll see if you keep calling me names.
Kinda cute. Alright, come. Let's go. We set sail.
Askrak is a lot easier than Hesperaria.
No,
Askrak rolls off the tongue
that's-
very well.
that's rich coming from you, and Dramadude.
Drama dude.
Or whatever it
Dramadude
is.
is pretty sick. I don't hate it.
Esper.
Wait, is this my first nickname?
If
Dramadude?
if Arisian names are too hard for you, Esper.
Askrak.
Yeah, the captain goes on, and then you can hear him. He's calling his own crew like different names too. Like they're not. None of them have.
They're all
They have-
variations on Askrak.
They're all very.
Blood split and
like
Poop
it's-
slide.
Yeah, you got.
rear crevice.
We have
Yeah, you
left and
got-
right cheek over here.
Yeah, you got like variations of like different types of like eel guts is one of them. You have one of like flounder poop or whatever. Flounder, what is it called? Excrement, something like that. They're just like different names.
Flounder feces.
Yeah, flounder crap. There we go. And it's just
Flounder
kind of
crap. I don't even know her.
it's just different words. And after a while, it does take. They're still loading things on as you are getting to know the crew a little bit, trying not to be like too much into it. You guys get. You guys don't have your own cabins. You do have to sleep, also with the crew, and you have assigned bunks in a sense. At the same time, you are on the upper instead of the second level, you're on the middle level. So you do have drier in quote nicer quarters, and interestingly, it doesn't smell disgusting or like fish. There's this waft of really nice light incense like sandalwood, it seems to like almost permeate the ship. You can't smell it outside, but only on the inside. It's like a very nice sandalwood smell, no matter where you go. So it's nice on the nose, I guess.
I think Gaia's gonna be a little saddened by the lack of fish smell. It's just not the same without it, you know? It's like time out on the sea, you don't smell the fish. Like, what's the point? You know what I mean?
I'm sure a couple of days into the trip we'll get some of that smell venting it out.
One of the sailors overhears you and just kind of looks at you and be like, just go up top. Smells like all the fish and the seagulls and the flying rats. Just go up there.
It's not the same, like, musky, you know, condensed fish
little
smell. I've spent a
down.
lot of time on the sea as a lass, and it's very nostalgic, the fish aroma. I like fish. I like fish.
Okay.
So, DM,
Uh-huh.
can I cast Tiny Hut in the ship?
I mean, if you're gonna cast it in your own little space, like that's
Yeah,
fine.
so she can make it smaller, I believe, because of mathematical principles. So instead of a 20-foot diameter, it'd be a 10, like just a little 10-foot corner of the room.
So 10 foot is probably too big.
It's a
you
5-foot
would have-
radius, like a 10-foot area circle.
Oh, I see.
10 feet across
Diameter.
the whole thing.
10-foot
Yeah.
diameter instead
10-foot
of
diameter,
like
yeah.
40 feet.
And
Like,
I'm not
considering that ships
asking
aren't
what
that
I'm not.
It's
Yeah, I'm not
I would say-
asking
I
with
would
the sailor's mind. I'm saying, can I do it?
So you would be able to do it. You
Hi.
wouldn't be able to do it in the room that you're in. It's too close of a quarters. Like
Okay.
if you've ever seen like the room,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not big. It's like only like 5 feet across, and it houses
Okay,
like two
okay.
things. So, but
Yeah.
however, if you go down to the lower where they have more of the cabins, it's a little bit darker. Again, that smell is really nice. However, you do find in their like holding quarter enough space. It's just in like the back, on the bottom, the second.
I think she might do that.
I didn't ask how big the room was. I said I cast fireball.
Yes,
That's the vibes I just got.
Like,
right
yeah.
there. I'm not.
Hesperia might go like maybe the first day on the boat, like she's there and she's like miserable, right? She's like, the sailors are loud and crude and it stinks, and like the next day, she like when people wake up, she like gathers all her stuff, and people are like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I'm going to go find somewhere quieter to sleep." And like she'll like take a room on the holding deck and just like throw her backpack somewhere on there. Actually, yeah. She'll like throw her stuff in a corner, and when she sleeps, she'll just cast Tiny Hut on herself.
You get all these like weird ass looks from the sailors that are just like, "What's the problem?"
I
have no idea.
Yeah, well, so if we've set
No, actually, I don't think she would. If she has to go away from everyone, that's a bit much. But she's thinking about it. She talks to Calder at length about it because Calder casts magic too. We could just go down there. I can bring up like a little hut, like a dome that could just keeps out the smell.
Are you propositioning Calder? That's very forward.
He's the age difference. Wow. Don't you know the rule is half your age plus 7?
Yeah, so
that's
147.
All of you combined wouldn't reach that with Calder.
It's been dry. It's been dry for Calder.
It's been dry for 300 years.
Yeah. All right. So if we've set sail, though, early in the first night, Mythos might kind of bring people around to figure this out because he wouldn't want the dragon egg to die. But like, if it's still crystal that night, it's like that like 3 Men and a Baby scene. From the egg's perspective, it's just like all these heads in a circle around it, and he's like, it's still crystal. Like, it's supposed to be gold or silver or bronze. I don't know. I'm not sure how to take care of it. How to hatch it.
Well, like, this is clearly abnormal. Yeah? Like, do we understand that there's does it seem like there's something wrong with the egg? Does it seem healthy? Could we tell?
You can
anyway
make a wisdom check.
Oh, okay.
Same with you, Mythos. Make a new wisdom check.
Just a 12 total.
Oh, shite! Okay, cool.
Let's go!
Oh, -1. But it doesn't matter. Natural, it's still 19. You start getting these, like, small little images, and you see, it looks like it looks strange. For some reason, you're getting these images in your head, and it's like it looks like a little red, and there's, like, these vein-like little, it starts a little, like, yellow, orangey, red, and there's these, like, little red veins, and then there's, like, these 3 dark shadow shapes that are in front of you, and you're just some move, lean in, not entirely and you're kind of like, oh my gosh, that's us. And it's just these little like flashes, and you can absolutely know that whatever is in here is communicating. I'm gonna call it Hesperia, you get these like weird flashes, but you can't understand them or decipher them. They're just kind of like you blink and it goes away. But Mythos, this seems to be a connection. You get a connection that you are looking at yourselves from the dragon's perspective inside of the egg.
Mythos, are you asking me how to hatch an egg?
So I
am now seeing the irony standing here with a siren asking how to hatch an egg. But I mean,
do sirens
it was a
hatch
simple
from eggs?
Yeah.
Really? I thought that was just like
probably they have wings.
No, they don't.
No.
How did they get the wings?
I didn't think so.
It's just part of my that's not the point. The point is,
do you
that
think you have
I
to
can
have
help you.
Only eggs can, like, wings have to come from eggs?
Obviously.
I mean, butterflies don't.
They come from the cocoon egg. They're a worm, and then they go into the egg,
if you will.
Wings come from eggs. Everybody knows this.
I'm thinking about this. You're supposed to like keep it in the proper environment, aren't you?
Yeah.
Do you know what sort of egg this is? What color it's supposed to be?
Yeah. So, yeah, got that right here, right? So, may I see the egg?
Yeah.
And she like reach to pick it up. Just make okay, all right. So this,
10d12
as she'll
lightning
like,
damage.
she'll kind of like coddle it a little bit. Like, this is a dragon egg, right? Or she'll like, softly say it if the crew's around. Like, this is a magical creature that is not going to get fucking bodied if it rains too much or anything. What you need to do is comfort it, provide it warmth from yourself, and speak to it like a human being. Because the dragon you saw, Icarus, while it may only be, months, if not a year old, it's a full sentient being. They're smart creatures, and their eggs are resilient, especially this one. Should kind of like knock on it, made of crystal, right? Like hard box. Like, keep it close, keep it warm, talk to it like you do Arcos, talk to it like you do us, and keep it close by. If it feels cold to the touch, just keep it warm. If it feels too hot, let it sit. I'll like just hand it back to you, like, you'll figure it out.
Now,
Gaia, I love you and your motherly instinct, but I'm afraid, like Artemis said, Artemis, the name of the librarian. Anyway, he's kind of like got it written down but he's like, but if it's a copper dragon, I have to douse it in acid once a day.
ooh,
Like it's a little more than hugs and love, but like
So-
that's very important too.
But this doesn't look like a metallic dragon to me, though.
it might not be healthy anymore.
Sitting on the ocean floor.
So
Yeah.
it's a creature, and dragons are magical. If we were to cast Identify on it, would that tell us anything, or just come up as saying there's no spell on the egg?
Typically, isn't identified typically for more non-living?
You can cast it on a living creature, but it generally only tells you if there's a spell affecting them, and what that spell might be. I don't know if the rules are different for creatures that are innately very magical, though.
For identify, I think it says an object.
The last line in Identify.
Does
Oh, okay.
If there's
If you instead touch a creature.
did
Yeah, I get it.
these images that Mythos got, Mythos and Hesperia, are we aware that you received these images?
yes, Barry, would you like? I see like a shadow of something. I don't like. It's trying to. The perspective is like being
Okay.
warped into the. Oh, that's a headache. Oh, I don't like it.
Gaia,
Why
if
don't
you
you
would like
ask
to,
him?
If you would like to roll wisdom.
Sure. Probably gonna do bad here, but that's okay. Why don't you just ask the dragon what he wants? Just a wisdom check or wisdom save?
A wisdom check. I would say because you guys are all discussing, if no, yeah, go ahead. It wouldn't be advantage. This would be a check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you said it was a copper egg, Mythos.
No, I don't know. It looks crystalline.
What did no before when your pseudo dragon found it? What color was it?
No, it was.
Oh, was it always crystalline?
It's so. Ellie says he shows flashes of images, but that's not actually how he communicates. It's empathic.
Oh.
He sends feelings, not images.
Arcos, was it a copper, brass? Can you tell us? That might affect how we're supposed to accommodate
If we
it.
pull out coins of different metal, could you point to the one that it resembled the most?
That's really smart, actually.
We've got copper and silver.
And
go.
Yeah, go for it. First,
And
off,
like
you
we have
ask-
weapons made of bronze, so
You guys do. But when you first ask Asperia, you ask the pseudo dragon, you just get this intense feeling of wanting to have cheese.
What do you? No, it's not dinner time. What sort of copper? Arcos, focus. Was it copper?
So Arcos is adorable. Arcos, like, you won't have to roll for this. Arcos looks down and picks up the copper-ish, but then also like walks over to the bronze sword as well, and just like the colors are close, so it's kind of just looking, and it looks down and looks back up.
The Hesperia's gauntlets are made out of brass. What about this? Hesperia's gauntlets, which are very nice gauntlets, are made out of brass. She'd be like, what about this? Like this?
Kind of looks at it, looks at the color, and goes back to pointing to like more of like just kind of on the sword, and just kind of trying to pick it up but can't pick it up.
So it's bronze. I don't know. What is he saying? Mythos, this is your pseudo dragon. You figure it out.
He's like the party pseudo dragon.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the Andromache. What's happening here?
So, see,
it's a silver egg, obviously.
So yeah, it's more so on the bronze side. It's like a darker. It looks like metallic bark or metallic dirt or something like that, which is like the similar color to a bronze.
okay, so if eggs need to be exposed to the corresponding elements, what's a bronze dragon?
It's the sky. The crackle of lightning in the storm.
I was going to say electricity, because there's like famous bronze dragons that the Dragon Riders rode.
I studied this. I know it's both, an aspect of both. We should leave it out on the deck, beneath the sky, and I can. And she'll hold up a hand and like mutters the quick like arcane word, and like electricity will momentarily dance along her fingertips, and I can help with the electricity too.
Well, try that. If it's sickly, try.
I mean, it might hurt it. I don't want to hurt the egg.
Well, again, like was mentioned, it fell from the sky during a storm. It's out at the bottom of the ocean.
Sure. Let's take it up on the deck. I don't know how we're going to hide this from the crew, though.
I don't think we're trying to hide it.
Okay.
We're the heroes of Thylea, kind of thing.
We should always have somebody accompanying, like sitting next, like with it, though.
Oh yeah.
Maybe one of you four, since who knows? Maybe I'm still the outsider and will steal it.
Where are you going to go? We're on a boat.
I'm a fucking wizard.
What's a fucking wizard?
It's the best.
Is this an Arisian thing?
It is.
The Arisians are.
Is this like a Bilbo comment?
Do you not know? You don't. Do you know anything? Do you know who our patron is in Arisia?
No.
It's the god of fucking.
Oh, it clears things up.
So now the rest of Thylea stays away from Arisia.
All right. It is getting late.
No, okay, absolutely. Yeah, I'll sure. Does if Hesperia jolts it with electricity, does it seem happy? Does it hurt it? Can we tell?
So I'm just gonna continue with using the wisdom checks that you guys had done. You suffuse it a bit with some electricity. Nothing adverse happens to it. It kind of just like inside there's this little wiggle that you can see, Mythos.
Wiggles are good.
Wiggles are good. I'm trying to see how I can articulate this. Like a feeling, basically. It feels like it's like a tingling sensation. That's what it feels like. It's like a tingling, but it's like a pleasant one. Or like an Epsom salt bath or something like that. I don't remember. It's pleasant. So it feels good. And then it also gives a sense of like kind of thirsty. You get the sensation of like water at the same time. It like the electricity, and it's like water at the same. It's like also like water, like wet, and the taste of salt, something like that.
cast Ice Knife at the dragon egg?
Um,
Do not.
Yeah, you gather because it was probably underwater that maybe it had taken on a particular, absorb something. And
Should we get a bucket of salt water and put it in that? See if it likes it?
Maybe.
Can.
I mean,
it did survive for days in the harbor underwater, so it could have some sort of affinity or connection with the ocean now or beforehand. I don't know much about dragons.
well, okay. It could be like the copper dragon then, where it just needs to be, submerged or doused regularly.
Sure. Seems reasonable. Sparrow was like, "All right, fine. I'm going to go get one of the sailors to drop a bucket down and get some salt water." And she'll just march off and
It'll probably get enough just from residual salt water in the air if we take it on deck.
Salt water bucket.
And she's gone.
Yeah. Just submerge it once a day.
yeah. So you go, you get they have someone or yourself. Like they're like, you want a bucket, get it yourself. You
Someone.
basically type of thing. So you acquire a bucket, you fill it with the salt water.
Can I try to intimidate a sailor to do it? Like she might be like, sure. I'll put it at the end of the fire spell that I'm good at, and hopefully the ship will be okay. Or maybe, we all do the things that we're good at.
You're not good at getting a bucket and getting it water and putting it in the bucket.
If the water's down there off the ship, if the water was up here, I could get it.
Here's a rope.
Back and forth.
Here's a rope, young lady.
I don't know how to, I'm not a sailor. How does this work?
That is a damn shame for you.
Okay, right. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm going to let the captain know. I'm going to go, since this is how I do things. I know explosions displace water, so I'm going to step over here and I'm just going to fireball down and hope that the ship's okay. Like, you're giving me permission, right? This is permission since you don't want to help me.
Hey, if you want to go against the captain orders and being stupid and stuff, I'll vouch for that.
Oh my god, I'm going to fucking sink this ship. All right, hey, Calder.
And as you walk away, you can hear her saying "ass crack." So are you?
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and slap him.
Oh,
Mage Hand.
You do that. You're like, oh, feisty. I get it.
Yeah. You know what? You're not the captain.
All right,
Call me that again,
miss.
and we're going to have trouble.
Okay, well, you can show me that anytime. He goes again, he grabs the bucket and does it. He gets the water. He's just like, watch me get the water, young lady. Sassy. Yeah. You see him lower it extra stupid slow, but he winds up getting the water, the seawater, brings it back up, winds it back up, and hands it to you. And be like,
If I get under a 10, I'm gonna do something.
Third room on the left, young lady. Anytime.
So I'd like to have Hesperia cast Vortex Warp and try to send him out to sea.
Okay.
So she's this guy just keeps pushing her, and she's just like you can see her eye twitching. Maybe, I don't know, Calder might come out since she did kind of call for Calder. If we want to say he's there or somebody's there that might interject. But as she's doing this and turns her back, she's just gonna be like, nope. And just kind of start tracing a sigil in the air.
Yeah, I think if Calder was there,
you could see her eye twitching, and she's losing the battle.
He probably just comes up behind you and grabs your arm as you're starting to trace the sigils.
It'd be so easy. It'd be so easy.
Oh, I know. Dial it back.
Stop.
Calder, as you see, he's like, toodaloo, young lady.
You said you get to Arisia a lot, don't you?
Not
Not you. No.
Oh, are you asking? You're asking like that person?
You get to Arisia? Work on the docks there at the coast, that sort of thing?
I do.
Do you remember a fellow who used to work around the docks, named Leander Valenrose?
Let me see. I vaguely, yes, do remember someone named Evander Rose.
Do you remember what happened to people who made him mad?
I wasn't along the docks for long, you know.
Right.
Go
Well, next time you get there, ask around. Maybe ask some of your friends here on the ship, or you'll learn a different way.
What's it to you, young lady?
Just do it. Just do it for me, okay?
You give me another slap.
Takes the bucket of water from him.
Have a good day, young lady. Just call me anytime. Just a little slap right there. All right, so you go and bring back the damn bucket of water. And you are, so Mythos, are you submerging it into the water, or are you just kind of like pouring water on top of it?
Splash, splash.
Yeah, I don't probably just, if it fits, might just put it in the bucket.
It would fit. The bucket's enough, but the egg is like relatively a good size. It can, a smallish enough a size to fit in there. So it goes in there, and you get, you know, like happy feelings. It's like, yeah.
All right. I think it's working.
All right. So again, just kind of watching the time, but yeah, you guys, as the day progresses, starting next week, we will be making some rolls. This is just the day one, and within the 24 hours, and you guys are just launching off. You guys are still relatively, you see the coast is in sight. But the captain yells out, "Arr, make sail, y'all!" or whatever the action is.
He's southern as shit.
Southern as shit. No, he's not. He's more like, yeah. Anyway, Eastern European-esque voice, Russian-ish. And you guys start making your way into deeper waters as you avoid small isles and islets and all that fun stuff. So, but yeah, so welcome Asperia. Welcome little dragon egg. And thank you guys for playing another Tuesday Odyssey of the Dragonlords.
I recognize we're about to wrap up, but I think that first day, towards the end of it, Calder would slide the Violet spellbook over to Hesperia and just be like, "This might keep you busy during the trip if you want something to do."
Ooh.
Totally not a plant.
Okay. All right, that concludes tonight's session. We should be good for next week, the 12th. And then we should be good, I believe, for Friday, the 6th episode of not Cholt, but also not Salt Marsh.
Plagues of Cholt.
Plagues of Cholt.
Plagues of Cholt Marsh.
Plagues of Cholt March for Friday. So we're still good for Friday. We're still good for the 12th. Have a good night, y'all.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.